Hello and welcome to, what's this game? Oh, Arcade Spirits. As the title says behind my achievements that I was looking at. Hello. Welcome on into the stream. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. I know it says something about on Wednesdays we romance in pink and then I'm wearing a gray sweatshirt, but that's okay. Because I left my window open all day so my room's cold. What do you mean, please connect the controller? Okay, alright, we're cool. Everybody's cool. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome back. This is Arcade Spirits Part 3. Hopefully levels 4 and 5. We'll see how it goes. If level 4 is like under 2 hours, hour 45 minutes, somewhere in there, we'll probably try and eke out 2 today, but we'll see. Alright. Let's jump in here. I last saved right at the end of level 3. We are about to host a party or an event called Rainbow High Road or something. Nope, that's not it. Here we go. This is the one I want. I don't know why that was the one that it jumped to, but okay. I can go back and get a couple other achievements. Should I so choose. 100 gamer score worth. Actually, it's really good that you can just save whenever. That way you can just take care of those real quick. There's a romance everyone achievement and a romance no one achievement. And then there are individual achievements for romancing everyone. Or there are individual achievements for everyone that you do romance. I knew I said that wrong and it took me a second to figure it out. Alright, it is the future year 20XX. And this is my hour. Max has come and gone. We're hoping a good number of folks we reached out to there will be here today at my big event, Rainbow High Road. This is a make or break moment for me. My choice to put the Funplex on, or my chance to put the Funplex on the map, my chance to make something more of this job than a 9-to-5 vacuuming the carpet and looking for missing ski balls. My chance to prove to myself that I can do this. Everybody's counting on me to bring in customers and keep them coming back for more. Without that, we're constantly at risk of the Funplex shutting down. So, no pressure or anything. Here I am, psyching myself up, watching the clock. Once the little red hand hits the 10 and the big hand hits the 12, Rainbow High Road is a go. I don't want to be nervous. I don't want to be freaking out like I was at Max. I want to face this with absolute confidence. But, well, sadly, I'm me, and not someone else. And those old instincts assume that everything will go wrong, and those feelings are still hanging on. Hey, oh me. Almost time to go. You ready? No. Yes? You know what? Let's just go with yes, even if it's no. Relax. You're a great people person. Go out there and be a person of the people.
Yeah.
I'll be behind you every step of the way. I thought you were planning to hide in your workshop? Well, turn your back to the door and technically I'll be behind you. And drop by now and then keep me company maybe? But definitely focus on the event. It's your big day. Good luck. 10 o'clock. Time to do this. You can do this, Kesha. You know what? Even if the family curse makes you fail miserably and crash and burn, at least you can say you took an honest whack at it. You'll never succeed if you don't at least take a few whacks. With all that settled, I push through the door and out into the arcade. Let's be honest, we'll probably get maybe a dozen randos anyway. No big deal, right? Oh, and that is not a dozen randos. This is considerably more than a dozen randos. Wait, why am I panicking? This is a good problem to have. We wanted a big crowd for the event. Okay, it's more folks to wrangle, but I can do this. I can do this. I step out in front of the crowd, waving for attention. Hey everyone! Briefly, I look down to make sure I'm wearing pants, unlike my nightmares about public speaking. Welcome everyone to Rainbow High Road at Francine's Arcade Funplex. We've got some awesome things in store for you today. I'll go over the basics, then we can get this party started. First, the token machines will be spitting out extra tokens when you buy $5 or more of them, so make the most of it. Second, the Fist of Discomfort tournament. We're streaming it live on Queen Bee's channel. Sign-ups are at the prize desk. See the giant pink flamingo for details. Third, a high score contest for nearly every other game in the arcade. Register your 3-letter initials with Gavin and are at the desk to join in. Whoever holds the top score at the end of the day gets a trophy and tokens. We're planning a monthly high score challenge leaderboard, so let's get that started. Fourth, for those of you participating in the cosplay contest, your outfit looks great, and check in with Ashley about the details. Fifth, I can confirm the rumors. We are going to have Magical Moon Cuties playable on the floor today. The Funplex is home to the indies. Finally, in a few minutes, I'll be revealing our new rare game. Only a few prototypes were ever made, and today you'll get to play one of them. All of those things were on the flyers and the promotional website and so on, meaning the point-by-point was kinda redundant. They're ready to go. But I should pump up the crowd a bit, get them excited. Can't half-ass this either. Go out there. Ladies and gentlemen! Other cool stuff. Warning, intense identity situation detected. The time has come to prove that earning the top score is a worthwhile career path. Veteran or newbie alike, I hope that all of you have fun and make new friends today. I gotta go with the heart. The Funplex is meant to be fun for all. Casual gamer or core gamer, young or old. I should be doing this. Casual gamer, young or old, retro or modern. We want everyone to have a blast. Even if you don't walk away with a trophy, you'll be walking out of here with memories of time well spent with these great games and the great people you'll meet today. So anything we can do to make sure you're having fun, let us know, and we hope you come back to the Funplex again to recapture the magic moments you'll experience today. On behalf of the Funplex, thank you for joining us at Rainbow High Road. Now let's get gaming. Yep, that got him excited. Right. Okay, now it's time to reveal our new mystery rare game and get this show underway. I threw in another word and it confused me. Gavin and Naomi wheeled up the tarp-covered game out from the back room. Excitement builds in the crowd as it's pushed into place. I like they just slide it over. My friends, I give you Phrase Invaders, an incredibly rare Japanese import where you must accurately type words to shoot down alien invaders. The crowd's reaction is immediate. It exists? I'd only heard of it spoken in myth and legend. I must play this game immediately. Uncomfortably excited, Rando. Whoa, one at a time. A good portion of the crowd bum rushes the game, eager to be the first one to get their hands on those clacky old keyboards.
Sweet.
I knew it. I knew that game would be a hit. See? Well, today's event drew a very hardcore audience. Whether or not a rare Japanese import draws consistent profit over time during normal operating hours remains to be seen. Gavin, please, be more fun. You're so handsome, yet so boring. Sheesh, why do you always have to be the poop in our ice cream? Why do you always have to poop in our ice cream, Gavin? Just let us have this. My nerves unwind somewhat seeing everybody ready to go. Maybe today will work out just fine after all. With the event underway, folks head off to sign up for the high score challenges, the FOD tourney, or to just play some games. As for me, I work my way through the crowd back to the desk. One last thing to do, check in with our VIPs before they dive headfirst into the storm. Teo's manning the stage to encourage folks to get silly on the dance floor. Percy's prepping his Moopy run. Queen Bee's ready to face her first opponents and hopefully preparing to step on me later. I know I know I can rely on the staff, but in a lot of ways, the gamers are our star talent for the day. It's their event. I need to support them. For starters, I wave over Teo. What's up, handsome? Everything's set for today's dancing, Teo. In Teo fashion, he winks and gives me a thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Ready to rock, but can't stop to chat. Running the stage is my focus for the next few hours, and I'm going to make every ounce of it. I'm going to take every ounce of social juice I can squeeze out. Or it's going to take every ounce. Okay, cool. We'll just ignore that one. If you need me, check me out during the lunch break. Okay. Phrasing and K. Phrasing. Boom. Percy, world record time. You up for this? Absolutely. Whoa, okay. He definitely looks focused today. Not his usually softly smiling self. Naomi set up a little camera to record the whole thing. When I set the record, I'll submit it as a new high score to defeat. The culmination of years of effort all coming to a head. The pressure's well and truly on, isn't it? I can always try another day, yes, but this isn't for me. I mean, it never was for me, but today is also your day. For the Funplex, you mean. For you. This event is way more, This event is more than a way to put the Funplex on the map. It's like your own personal high score attempt. Chasing a dream, always grasping, just out of reach. I'd hate to let you all down. Morale improvement systems online. Aim the encouragement cannons. Hey, if you bungle, there's always Donkey Kong. Yeah, and Billy Mitchell's gonna lose it. Win or lose, we'll be proud of you today. Percy, I know how much this game means to you, but don't feel you have to win this on my behalf, or even on the Funplex's behalf. Volunteering for this high-pressure public profile run, that means a lot to me. You're already doing everything you can for us all. And honestly, I'm proud of you. Quite right, quite right. Very well, for myself, and you, and for the Funplex, I shall give it my all. He was only going to give it about 80% until I started talking to him. Percy offers a quick salute, then marches off to war with Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, having a seat on his stool to begin the run. Next up, checking in with...
What the
Oh, what? Hey, ready for the tournament?
Nope, no way.
No, I am not ready in the slightest. Not for this. Not for him. Oh, baby mama drama. I don't know why I said that. With a subtle head nod, she indicates a fairly nondescript fellow in a t-shirt and jeans. Standard gamer gear. But there's an unusual design on the back of his jacket, like some wide-eyed, fanged Oni. This is a local event. Funplex regulars, city scrubs, and a bunch of cosplay otaku from Max? Yes, that's what this is. Then why the fuck is the demon here? The who?
Hey, listen.
Known on the western shores as the Demon, and in his home country of Japan as Kami, he's the top-rated Fist of Discomfort player in the world. As for your question, Miss B, I invited him. What? You asked me to handle invitations for the tournament, remember? And as part of my helpful assistance in setting up Rainbow High Road, honestly, I was surprised he accepted my invitation. All the other top-rated pros turned it down flat. He even flew here from Japan on his own time. Yen. Isn't that nice of him? Kesha, did your magical phone fairy just put me dead in the crosshairs of the greatest player who ever lived? Maybe? Yes. We'll go with yes. Sorry? I am fucked. I am so completely fucked. Queen Bee can't be losing morale now, and I can't have my friend so frantic over this. Plus, this is one of the main events, and when she's in top fighting form, she's an all-star entertainer. I've got to pump her up. Queen Bee, kick his ass. Oh, that's it. That's it. As Queen Bee wrings her hands and chews her lip, I lock eyes with her. Queen Bee? Yeah? Destroy him. This is your shot at taking down the demon. Fate dropped this in your lap. Now, you get to do what you do best. Fucking own it. She squeaks out a smile, but it's not her usually her usual radiantly confident grin.
Hey, thanks.
Thanks, kid. I'll give it a shot. As she marches off to join the tournament, I'm getting a sinking feeling.
Did I make a mistake? My calculations estimated that having a top player would bring in at least 150% more attendance. I mean, I was just trying to help this event be the best it could be.
You did fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Iris. I asked you to invite star players that hyped the event to the moon, and that's what you did. Even if the demon beats Queen Bee, well, the Funplex wins.
Even so,
I still feel
kind of bad.
Okay, there you go.
But it's good that I feel bad, right? That I'm not making a purely quantitative analysis of the situation.
Humans are rarely purely quantitative.
Exactly.
That, oddly enough, cheers her up a bit. Right, that's everybody squared away. For the next few hours, it's floor attendant Kesha on duty, making sure Rainbow High Road soars like an eagle, rather than a turkey. Oh my god. Dell Windows support. Maybe don't do that? By and large, the event runs itself, or rather, Teo, Ashley, Gavin, and Naomi keep it rolling. My job is to troubleshoot. And boy howdy, is there trouble to shoot. Hold on. Dell, you need to not do that right now. It like just popped up on the screen and was like, we're going to look at your computer now. And I'm like, do you not see that I'm running several different programs right now? Live on the internet computer? Come on. Not 1 hour in and we've got problems. Even if they aren't major ones, I don't want minor problems to mess up this event. Not even one glass of spilled milk. My stress level is so high that I might start bawling at the sight of it.
Beep beep.
Beep beep, can I be of assistance? I'd like to make things up to you after that invitation snafu. Currently I'm detecting 3 problems for you to solve. Someone beating up a cabinet, a player loudly cursing at a game, and a crowd milling around the vending machines. As floor attendant and event manager, it's my duty to make things right. The crowd's already on edge from all the high-stakes competition. Where do I start? Can't have people punching the cabinets. Throwing up storms around, Is it? Oh, it's this fucking guy. This gamer's busy smacking the side of a Wild Rider cabinet. The fake plastic motorcycle is on the front of the game, rattled each time. No, no, no! This can't be happening! Sir? Sir! Sir! You're not allowed to hit the games! Plus, if Naomi saw this, he'd be as good as excommunicated. You think that's maybe why I'm doing it, is for Naomi? Oh, you're the gal I got mad at when that fat dude wouldn't stop playing Moopy, right? Sorry, I've got anger issues. Trying to work on them. But would you look at this? Of all the rotten luck! You got the top lap score. I did it. And now the game's frozen, right after crossing the finish line. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Wild Rider is one of our most problematic games. Constantly freezing or going splat. Naomi fixes it at least once a week. It was made in the early 2000Xs with janky low polys and low production values as a whole. I'm sorry for hitting the game. I guess it was pretty stupid of me, but is there anything you can do to help me keep my score? I've got a real shot at winning this one. This guy rubs me the wrong way, phrasing, but he seems sincere in his apology. And he's a paying customer today despite claiming he'd leave forever. So, should I keep that ball rolling? Let's see. Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? Let me check with Naomi and see if she could do anything. Okay, hang on. I'm going to check with our technician and see if there's anything we can do to recover your game. Already texted Naomi for you. Thanks, Iris. Naomi comes charging out of her workshop, looking perturbed. Ugh. Wild Rider again. Quickly, she slips behind the game, popping open the back panel. She uses her phone's flashlight to poke through the works. These early 3D games are such pain. If it was a pure retro game or even a pure modern one, it'd be way more reliable. Okay, I think I see the problem. 1 second. And like that, the virtual motorcycle unfreezes. Confetti and cheers sounding from the game as it properly registers the lap time. I never got tired of watching Naomi fix things. To see her brain quickly solve all these arcade complications leaves my mouth agape and my heart warm. All done. Call me if it breaks again. Bye. Oh man, she did it. My score's saved. Hallelujah. I owe you. Seriously. I'm taking home that Wild Rider trophy. Another happy customer. But I should keep an eye on that game in case it falls apart again. Next problem. Sharks are circling the snack machines. Button mashing is thirsty work. Right away from the red lights on the soda machine, I know exactly what is wrong. What? The waters of life, the dew that flows from the mountains, have dried up. You mean this dew that flows from the mountains? Perhaps a Baja Blasty flavor? It blasts at you like a Riptide Rush? That's a Gatorade flavor. Mountain Dew. What gives? It's completely empty. Shouldn't they have stocked up for the big event? We did stock up. They just drank it all faster than expected, and there's no more in the back to replace it. Ah, I need more caffeine! More caffeine! Think you've had enough there, buddy. They sell us these salty snacks from one machine, then empty our wallets into the other. It's all part of the Grand Master Plan. Pretty sure nothing we do here is organized enough to be considered a Grand Master Plan. Although, maybe I should run this by Gavin. He might have a way to turn this conspiracy theory into reality. We want soda! We want soda! Ashley's doing her best to intervene, but the giant flamingo isn't really distracting enough to keep a bunch of thirsty gamers at bay. How are we going to fix this? Raid the whole story for more drinks, see if Ashley has any more ideas. See if we can order more with Iris. Logistical problem? This feels like a job for
Hello!
Iris at your service. We need soda, pronto. These kids don't get their daily intake of sugar. Their insulin will drop to dangerously low levels. We need 100 liters of soda, stat. Yes, Dr. Kesher, I'll order up a dozen boxes right away. I need that life-saving fluid now, Nurse Iris. Even with free 2-day shipping, I don't think they'd get here soon enough. Alright, got it covered, Kesha. And soon, even over the din of the crowd, I can hear a distant buzzing sound drawing closer and closer. Through the front windows of the Funplex, I see a squadron of flying delivery drones, each bearing a single case of soda. What? The Phalanx squad of, what? The flanks of quadcoptered robots carefully descend, stacking the boxes perfectly, before disengaging cargo claims and soaring off into the city skyline. Wow. I love the smell of soft drinks in the morning. Smells like victory. On seeing the arrival of the drinks, the crowd cheers. A few of the friendlier sorts help me carry the cases in, for the drink-craving gamers to feast upon. Thanks a bundle, Iris. You're one step ahead as always. You didn't hijack those drones or steal that soda, right? Relax, I'm trying to be super ethical today. I charge it to Funplex's account, like any soda delivery. The shipping's gonna cost a lot, though. Fair enough. Now, what next? Wait a second. As I look back around the corner of the room, I can't help but notice two things. Percy's looking oddly irate, and Queen Bee is missing. My instinct says I should tend to our VIPs first and foremost. I don't think I can cover both of them in time, but I could help at least one of them. Even if it leaves the last of those crowd problems twisting in the wind. I don't know. This is a triage. Where should I focus? Queen Bee may freaking out. We're approaching lunchtime, so maybe she's off getting food, but I'm not so sure. Queen Bee, I know, would be watching the tournament pools and studying her opponent. Heck, I've even seen her pack protein bars for a quick lunch rather than walk away from FOD. I decided to check in with Gavin, who has an eagle-eyed view of the entire event from his perch at the prize desk. Hey, Gavin, I was wondering where... She's in the employee break room. Where Queen Bee is. Okay, I'm honestly kind of surprised you let her in there. It's crowded in here. One less anxiety-riddled gamer in the mix is probably healthier for the event as a whole. If you'll excuse me, I've got scores to tally. Best of luck. Okay, I guess that answers that. Weaving through the crowd, I make my way to employee X's to the employees only door. I scratched out the apostrophe last week. Sure enough, Queen Bee's here, thumbing through her social media feeds. Hey, QB. Oh, hey, kid. So, sup?
Oh, not much, really. Just wondering what I'm gonna do after L7 boots me from the team. I lose all my subscribers. And I'm lying downtrodden in the esports gutter begging for tokens. So, not much, really.
What? Because of the demon? One loss, especially to the best player in the world, can't possibly torpedo your whole career. Queen Bee sighs, locking her phone for now and tucking it away, her face still wrought with trepidation. Look, kid.
It's complicated.
There's things about L7 that I don't want to talk about. Some really fucked up things. It's not just the pressure to perform, it's the pressure to perform perfectly at every second of my career. It's expectations beyond the norm, beyond what anyone else on my team has to deal with. Simply put, I'm a woman in esports. That is what changes everything. Sorry to hear that. Is someone giving you trouble? What, are they making sexist jokes about fixing them sandwiches? That feels like the wrong... Oh, Queen Bee, I'm sorry to hear that. Listen, if someone on your team is making your life miserable... What? No. No more misery than what I have to deal with on the daily from the persistent internet trolls. The shit I get from my team is way more subtle than that, but it stings way more than the normal barb.
Do you know why L7 signed me in the first place? I'm their mascot. The only lady on a male-dominated team. I was just so excited to be getting a pro contract in the first place that I didn't look any deeper. You know, I really should have looked deeper. If I did, I would have noticed their history. Women gamers hired and fired over the years, always let go for performance issues. Performance issues, my ass. They have a rotating slot for the obligatory eye candy hire, and everyone knows it.
Uh-oh.
And now I'm starting to hear rumblings about my performance. It's like I'm getting too old for them, and it's time to trade in for a younger, hotter esports star. And it's not like any of this is in writing. Oh no. They never say why it happens. It's to avoid the legal system, obviously. They blame the gamer every time. Poor performance. But it's as plain as the nose on your face.
Instinctively, I go cross-eyed, trying to look at my own nose. Well, maybe not your nose. Yours is cute as a button. You know, this kind of shit happens all the time in esports. Montages and interviews are always focused on me being a woman and not my skills as a gamer. I mean, it's not just esports. It's soaked into the entire fucking gaming culture. Women, LGBT+, people of color, minorities, people with disabilities. Basically everyone who's not in the industry's marketing target has to work extra hard to get where they are and where they want to be. To get to where they want to be. And then they get treated like shit along the way. I fought tooth and nail to get where I am now, and to be threatened because I don't uphold their sexist standard anymore is, frankly put, bullshit. So, it's there, and it's real. But it's tough to prove any real allegations. Closest thing I've got to hard evidence is my win-loss rating. It's steady and solid, no performance problems at all.
Nope, no way.
I don't lose. They can't drop the axe just yet. Not until I make a mistake. And, well, taking on the demon and getting destroyed in front of a live-streamed audience at a small event, an event where I should be winning hands down, that's all they need to justify that's all they need to justify abandoning ship. Honestly, I'd have abandoned ship on this team ages ago, if not for the fact that I rely on them to... Oh my god, what? Honestly, I'd have abandoned ship on this team years ago, if not for the fact that I rely on my team's salary to live. I even had to put up with those L7 sponsored events at Deco's Palace. What a filthy pit of ego and aggression that place is. But without this contract, I'd need a real job, like an ordinary pleb. Pfft, fuck that. I'm a gamer. This is my fucking dream. So, I suck it up, and I endure all the little microaggressions. No way around it now. And if I want to keep being a pro, I have to beat the demon. But how do you kill that which has no weaknesses? Come on, everybody has a weakness. What's his?
Maybe.
Well, maybe he has a heart attack, or spontaneously combusts, or I hit him in the knee with a tire iron. Being on fire is totally a weakness. Okay, maybe walk me through it. In Fist of Discomfort, how do you counterplay your opponent? I'm utter crap at that genre. Maybe explaining it to a noob will help. Your cluelessness is totes adorbs. How do you manage to exist at this level is beyond me. Never kid, never change, never kid change, never change, kid. Thanks, cutie. She pauses, trying to figure out how to word it to a level that even a neophyte can handle. Let's see. Okay, so there's 3 play styles in FOD: aggro, mid-range, and control. Put simply, aggro is quick beatdowns, mid-range is balance, control is long-term planning. In this case, I play aggro, and from what I know about the demon, he's an absolutely perfect control player. He uses elaborate item combinations to stall the game, then steals your doom. And I'm going to hazard that control beats aggro. Most of the time, yeah. It sacrifices early game power for early game stall, meaning I burn out while he's just getting warmed up. If I wanted to counterplay him, I'd have to play mid-range. I haven't practiced those characters, that playstyle. He'd outskill me easily. No choice, I guess. I'll have to get out of my comfort zone and face the demon as mid-range. I'll figure out something along the way. I'm going to slay the demon. I'm going to do this. I will. Wouldn't it be... I guess my initial thought would be like, could she do the third option and just kind of outstall and hope that he makes a mistake or overplays? Agreed. It's time to go exorcist on his ass. Then I think it's time to load up on holy water and crossbows and purge this entity from our sacred funplex. Now we're talking. Let's put L7 aside for a moment, because even if I win this battle, I'm leaving them in my wake. But here and now, it's time to focus on the fight.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome. This helped. I mean, I'm still very likely doomed, but I feel better about my doom as a whole. You'll be there for the finals later today? I nod affirmative. Although Percy should be wrapping up his high score runs about the same time, meaning... Hey, it's cool. I get it. You got a lot going on. No pressure. Now, you've got an event to manage, and I've got a fight to prep for. Let's both do what we do best. You got it, Queen Bee. She pulls out her phone to do a little research as I depart. Half of Rainbow High Road is in the can. Half to go. I've been running myself ragged trying to catch every little problem, and there's still plenty left to do. But no sense in practicing self-care. Oh, no sense in not practicing self-care too. It's time to get my lunch on. And, while a nice quiet moment to myself would probably help, what would help more would be a smidge of social interaction beyond crisis management. Percy and Queen Bee are obviously tied up in their own affairs, but everybody else should be open. Who could I lean on in my time of need? Ashley just ducked into the employees only room. I assume Ashley's hiding herself away for a quick break, and I can't blame her. She's been working she's been working just as hard as everyone else has. When this is all over, I'm gonna need a coma sleep and a hot bath. And while I dreamt of better things, let me check in with Ashley and see if I can lower her burden. you want to get some lunch? You read my mind. I am psychic, you know. Whole story, then? To the whole story. My companion fetches a table in the crowded cafe while I memorize our order and carry it forth to Jan's service counter. I make my way to the front of the line, trying to keep the lunch order neatly arranged in my brain despite all the chaos of today's event.
Well, look who's here.
I'm looking.
Yo, Ben and Matt!
It's our favorite arcade wrangler.
Arcade minion? Arcade flunky? What's the right term?
Event manager, actually. You know those flyers for Rainbow High Road I asked you to pass out? It's my baby.
Moving up in the world, I see.
A proud parent of a shiny arcade baby.
And yet, no invite for us to the baby shower.
Why, I feel snubbed.
But seriously, we couldn't be prouder of you. And to think, when you first walked in these doors, you were still trying to figure out your place in things.
Ben and I know a thing or two about finding your dream and sacrificing to make it happen.
Long hours, hard work,
Hard hours and long work, too.
struggling to make ends meet.
Having meetings to discuss how to end the struggles.
Can't imagine how difficult it must have been for you to get to where you are now.
It wasn't that difficult, honestly. Came up with a name, talked about it at Max, and that's it.
Oh, I'd be on the lookout for hidden costs on the back end then.
Speed bumps on the road of life to catch you unawares as you're soaring down the highway of success.
But if you wreck your $500,000 imported sports car of business triumph, we'll be there to drown your sorrows in coffee.
And donuts.
And donuts.
Don't forget the donuts, an essential component. Next order, please.
Shaking my head, I wander back to our table with a lunch in tow. Still, I must look a bit nervous, a fact Ashley picks up on as I return. Glad we're doing lunch, you know. I need like 5 minutes of peace and quiet away from the funplex before heading back to the floor. Ashley, you could take more than 5 minutes to rest. You've earned it. You've been working your feathers off out there, and it shows. I don't think I've seen this many happy children since I started. You mean you aren't here to force me to go back out there? I mean, yes, but, like, at least take, like, more than 5 minutes? So you wouldn't be opposed if I snuck out and got my private jet and flew to Bali on vacation getaway? Excellent. Only if you take me. Tropical Island getaway sounds like absolute perfection right now. You aren't leaving me behind for this. I want nothing more than a fruity drink with a tiny umbrella in it and listening to the relaxing crescendo of the waves. I'm in. Oh yeah, and just imagine the sand between your toes, ugh, the sun warming your face. Beaches are the worst. Alas, such visions of paradise will have to wait. I can't leave in the middle of Rainbow High Road, and sadly you can't either. We're both needed out there soon. Drat. Foiled by evil overlord event manager Kesha. Wait, how am I the villain? I just told you should treat yourself to a longer lunch. Well, Kesha, sometimes you're the hero and sometimes you're the villain. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Wait, are you talking in terms of cosplay outfits or real life? Both. What do you mean? Can't help but think about how people are always wearing multiple masks all the time and how it defines and changes them. I don't think I own any masks, but imagine I'd look pretty good with a sparkly masquerade one, or maybe a Lovecraftian plague doctor one. We can go shopping for masks later, I promise. But like, when I'm here, I'm Pinky the Flamingo. Oh my goodness. Try this again. But like, yep, that was right. Okay. But like when I'm here, I'm Pinky the Funplex Flamingo. When I'm at Max, I'm Angus or whoever else I'm cosplaying. When I'm alone, I'm just plain Ashley. Just plain Ashley is just plain perfection. Oh, Kesha, that's sweet of you to say. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, how do I know which one is the real me, and is the real me good enough? Should I live my life as a cosplayer, as the Funplex employee, or the person that has a wild imagination? Which one makes me best? I just don't know. May I speak frankly? Ashley nods, looking lost in thought. Actually, I think the beauty of being a human is that each individual is made up of different aspects. From childhood to growing up, everything we encounter shapes us. And through your cosplay, your amazingly fun imagination, and your arcade position, that all makes up the real you. You are all those things, and you are wonderful. For me, I think we are also defined by how others perceive us. I've heard nothing but compliments from everyone around you. Everyone really cherishes you and wants to spend time with you because your bubbly personality, myself included. Please don't doubt yourself.
You know, you are so right. Sometimes it helps talking with your friends about what's been bothering you.
Oh,
yeah?
she said friends, not lovers.
It's nice to hear your thoughts and be able to bounce ideas off of you. Friends are just the greatest, aren't they?
I smile in agreement. Yeah, friends.
I'm so happy to have not only you, but everyone at the Funplex in my life. We've all really bonded with each other, haven't we?
Absolutely. In fact, I've got more friends than I know what to do with.
I feel so much better after chatting with you. That really, really helped. Thanks.
And I feel like you get me. That means a lot. Now I feel fully invigorated. It's time to continue to endure the rest of the day. Ashley stands up, beams a smile, and flashes me a victory sign with her hands. See you back out there. Hey, Kesha, is everything okay? The event's going pretty well so far. Why are you looking freaked out? I don't know, I mean, a lot is riding on this, for the Funplex, and for me. And with Gavin handing me the keys to the kingdom, I'm kind of worried about accidentally locking myself out. If that metaphor made any sense? Hey, I know how those days go. Even I feel lost and confused sometimes. There are days when it's especially tough. You too, huh? Me too, huh? Because it happens to the best of us. I feel like we've already had this conversation. I know.
It seems totally unlike me, but honestly, deep down I'm scared. I feel like I don't really know who I am.
This is redundant because not only have we had this conversation, but we just kind of solved this problem.
Every time I look at myself in the mirror, I mean, in my heart of hearts, I know, who am I?
Took an unusually serious tone compared to her chipper attitude. Can't say I entirely, but weird. Forlorn. I'll do what Ashley does that cheers me up. Create a wild adventure to go on. I bet you could find everything you're looking for in a creepy old abandoned house. I'll even help you look. Might want to invest in some hard hats and flashlights though. Oh, and handheld cameras, so when they find our footage, they can make $1 million off the major motion picture rights. Oh, don't forget the spirit board to call upon the ghosts of the past. It's gonna get real spooky. No way, I'm out of the first sign of ghosts. I'll deal with the spiders and darkness, but I don't do ghosts. Ashley continues laughing. I think I cheered her up. Oh, Kesha, you're so sweet. But really, I think I'm doing okay searching for it through cosplay. When I reflect on my life, I really do love cosplay and I love the rush it brings. I get to be whoever I want, whenever I want. Starship Captain, an elf, flamingo mascot. I can focus on being someone else. Feel awkward in my own skin when I'm in costume. Feel like I'm at my fullest potential. I feel comfortable. But I think cosplay has really helped me understand there are some things about myself that I couldn't see before I started doing this. Just want to be able to love the person I am when I find them. Knowing you, I think you'll do just fine there. You can smile for the kitties. Hope so, I really do. Ashley looks off again longingly for a second time before snapping back to attention. Oh my, I've just talked your ear right off. Weird. Weird that was redundant. The next few hours pass quickly. With renewed confidence, Percy's deep into his world record run, performing admirably. He's intensely focused on that score, inching ever closer. While Queen Bee effortlessly destroys locals on the path to her inevitable showdown with the demon. Myself, I float through it all, taking care of little problems while keeping an eye on both of them. But as the event winds to a close, all eyes are on our two main events, and the very real possibility that our local heroes falling apart at the finish line. Technically, the arcade-wide score competition is still on, but the crowds are ignoring the games in favor of crowding around Fist of Discomfort and Moopy. Percy's been on a solid run since his earlier fumbles, and Queen Bee's effortlessly destroying all competitors, as expected. But the demon has been matching her game for game, destroying all his opponents as well, and as predicted, grand finals come down to Queen Bee versus the demon. As for the magical world of Moopy, Percy's closing in on that world record, but the tape rolling and ready to submit to Swin Galaxy, the pressure's on. I got Queen Bee through her worries, but that was just the prelude. This is the main event, but Percy's not looking great hunched over his joystick. He might need me. Can't be there for them both as much as I want to. Who do I focus on? Queen Bee in her toughest challenge yet? I should be in her corner. This is it. The grand finals of the Fist of Discomfort at Rainbow High Road. I can sense the excitement in the crowd, and it's hard not to get swept up in the hype. My nerves are through the roof right now, and I'm not even the one playing. I use my event manager authority, I reach the front of the crowd, where the announcer, an FOD expert Iris invented to handle the play-by-play, introduces the competitors. On the player one side, the rising star of L7 Gaming, local Funplex champion and internet sensation, Queen Bee! Few folks in the crowd, locals mostly, cheer Queen Bee on. I recognize most of them from her crew and a bunch of Funplex regulars. On the player 2 side, 5-time EVO trademark champion in Fist of Discomfort, known as Kami in his home country of Japan, we all know him as the Demon. Crowds pick their favorite, clearly. Not to say that doesn't make sense. The Demon is known by casuals and hardcore alike, but I was hoping for a little less discrepancy between the two. I look over to Queen Bee. She's keeping it calm, she's keeping it cool. A true mask of a competitive gamer. I'm even impressed with how she can always manage. I'm ever impressed with how she can always be so composed and badass. Even in a moment like this, makes my heart flutter. After a quick handshake, it's off to their joysticks, quartering up and getting ready for battle. My fellow gamers, this is the grand finals here at Rainbow High Road. Let's hear it for our competitors. As they shuffle through the character selection screen, the crowd waits in anticipation, eager to see who will be chosen. The announcer takes that momentum and brings it back twofold. Queen Bee is sticking with her pride and joy, the fast and deadly Tamikaze. From what I've learned, Tamikaze is a light and fast character suited for Queen Bee's aggro style. It's her favorite character. As for the Demon, who's been playing his staple, a heavy-set controlling samurai all day, selects a similar speedy attack ninja? What an amazing turn of events! The Demon completely strays from his normal character roster and chooses Silent Blade. This is completely unlike anything... Oh, wait. Hang on. Yep. This is completely like anything we've ever seen in the Demon do today. What an exciting matchup. One you don't want to take your eyes away from. Wait. That doesn't make sense. Queen Bee explained all this to me. The Demon plays a slow, control-heavy character that drags the game down to their level for an eventual defeat. Now he's playing aggro? With the characters locked in and the map set, let's not delay this match any further. The countdown is at 3, 2, 1, and begin! Right out of the gate, the Demon comes at Queen Bee with a ferocity I haven't seen. No, pardon me. Sorry. Right out of the gate, the Demon comes at Queen Bee with a ferocity I haven't seen since Queen Bee's usual matches, where she charges head-on into her enemy. Right out of the gate, the Demon attacks Queen Bee with a ferocity with the likes I've never seen. Like a cheetah, the demon spares no time in running straight towards his prey. The demon has completely ignored the ninja creep waves. He's taking full-on minion damage, and he's not even phased. In fact, he's not even stopping to buy items. Our champion from Japan has only one thing in his sights, and that's Queen Bee. Okay, yeah, this is bad. He's playing aggro. He's playing a faster aggro than Queen Bee, rushing her before she can get her bearings. It's not much of an edge. The demon risking everything like that, but it's just enough of one to keep her from finding her footing. Normally these matches go a good 5 to 10 minutes, but he's already put Queen Bee down once, then mauled an alien sensei while she was respawning. Try to make myself heard over the crowd. Kick? No, it's not good. She can't even hear me. Even if I was able to shout louder than the crowd, her attention is so focused she probably wouldn't register my voice. Nothing I can do but helplessly watch as the demon pulls her apart again and again. The onslaught. The demon, living up to his namesake, is not showing an ounce of mercy for his competitor. But what's this? Queen Bee is switching things up. She's stopping at the item store, completely ignoring the attacks on her sensei. What could she possibly be buying at a time like this? Fortunately, she seems to have developed a plan. From what she explained, the counter to aggro is controlled. By changing her tactics, it might just allow her some time to catch up. And one of Queen Bee's sensei is down for the count, but that death has bought her enough time to grab as many control spells as she can. Queen Bee blasts the lane with Storm of Frost. Okay, I get it now. She's using a weird hybrid style of trying to stall out the enemy with ice spells while making her own progress down the lane. Initially, it works like a charm. The enemy minions freeze solid, giving her just enough breathing room to push ahead. But the demon responds with swift accuracy. He's pushing forward with other lanes, ignoring her attempts to slow things down. As the demon flips between lanes, it's clear that while this would have won her the game if she'd started out that way, quickly enough, the final sensei on Queen Bee's side of the map falls. Here is your winner, the demon! The obligatory handshake happens as the crowd bursts into applause, thrilled to have seen such a strange spectacle out of the world champion. Immediately, Queen Bee is forgotten as the players close in to cheer on the demon over and over. Perhaps sensing it's recued apart before the cheap plastic trophy I got from the dollar store is awarded to her rival, Queen Bee slips away, and I decide to follow. Find her in the break room, collapsed on one of the folding chairs, face in her hands. Quietly, I take a seat next to her.
I don't know. After L7 Gaming dumps me, maybe I can live off my stream subs alone. If they don't abandon ship too, I mean. Maybe cut my living expenses a little. You know, move back into my parents' house, things like that. If worse comes to worse, maybe Naomi will carve out the insides of an unpopular game and I can sleep in there.
Or you can sleep in my bed. Hey, if it helps you feel any better, I feel awful right now too. I'm sorry this happened. You've got my sympathy. Normally that sort of sentiment is seriously not my thing, but today, yeah, I'll take it. Thanks, Kesha. Wait, I've graduated from kid? Thanks, kid. That's better. And hey, maybe your team will be just as understanding as me, right? Well, gave it my best. Theory crafted with you, sorted my plan out, and even changed it up on the fly when he surprised me.
Hey, thanks.
I can honestly say I did my best, and that's thanks to you. You helped me pull my shit together this morning, you know? Happy to help. This is my fault, isn't it? I'm the one who organized the event. I'm the one who pushed everybody past their limits, all in the name of making my dream a reality. I'm working hard to make I've been working hard to make what should have been just another temporary job and a long string of temporary jobs into something more, something I can believe in. But I didn't stop to think of what that would cost me and everyone around me. Fuck.
Whoa.
Wash that filthy mouth out with some soap, kid. Question is, now what? Where do I go from here? Well, my bed's really nice. Thankfully, someone's knocking at the door, interrupting me before I need to provide career advice to someone whose career I just indirectly destroyed. Although I'm expecting it to be Gavin or maybe Ashley to come through to cheer their friend up, the unexpected walks in the door. The Demon! The two of us sort of stare, dumbfounded, as the man addresses Queen Bee. Hello. Hi. What?
Hey, listen.
I can translate. One moment while I load my Japanese to English speech recognition systems. I'm afraid my English is not very good, so... Oh, you have a translator? Ah, I'm glad. Iris repeats everything we say back and forth with little patience. Everything we say back and forth. With a little patience, the conversation flows a bit easier after that. I wish to thank you for teaching me today.
What the?
For what? The fuck does that even mean? Are you mocking me? Iris probably softened that a little bit in the translation, but combined with Queen Bee's expression, the demon seems to get the real gist. Not at all. I wanted to thank you for teaching me your unique fighting style. Both Queen Bee and I look very confused. I've been watching your stream for a year now, but watching it is not the same as facing you in combat. From that one battle alone, I have learned a great deal. If you will allow it, I would enjoy learning more. I clearly have a great deal of work to do to master your style, as you saw today. Didn't we just see him pull you apart limb by limb? Queen Bee's expression softens as she playfully punches me in the shoulder. Way to rub it in, kid. That's not even what happened. I honestly thought you were watching the match. I was, but I'm still confused. He played sloppy as shit. The reason I lost was due to surprise. He took more risks out there than I did, relying on the fastest, hardest aggro style imaginable to win before I could react. Even in aggro, you don't come blitzing out of the gate without buying a single item, not unless you're willing to bet all of it on that strategy. I was overly eager to show you what I had learned. I won, yes, but I cannot be results-oriented in my thinking. I believe we can learn much from you, Queen Bee.
Come again?
Okay, who's we exactly? Myself, the Kami of Japan, Onslaught San, the Kami of the NorCal scene. Fausta, the Kami of Germany. We are assembling a team, winds blow from all directions at once, carrying them wisdom from across the arcade world. A diverse team, 4 players by players. But we require an aggro-style champion, a Kami of the East Coast scene in America. We would be deeply honored if Queen Bee-san would join us. He offers a deep bow. Neither of us know quite how to react to that. Queen Bee speaks up first.
Hold on. You're offering me a job? That's why you came here?
Hi. I have been scouting for talent to complete our team, but have yet to meet anyone quite like you. You are intense, wild, daring, and exactly what we need. But I could not know for certain until I attempted to surpass you in direct combat. I attempted, and I failed. Winning the match is irrelevant. My play was insufficient. However, if you wish to remain loyal to L7 Gaming, I will understand.
Them right in the ear. I mean, let me look into my contract situation and square things away first. But, you know, I'm interested. Yeah, interested.
I almost barely saw the hint of personality, of a glimpse of a smile on the demon. I almost barely saw the hint of the personality of a glimpse of a smile on the demon just now. That is quite the sentence. And it's gone. Thank you. Please, take all the time you require. Fate willing, we will welcome you as one of our 4 heavenly kings. We will at last have found our queen. With that, he offers one more bow and promptly turns to exit.
Whoa.
Holy fuck. Kid, do you know what that means? You're about to be elevated to arcade godhood? You're going to ascend to the holy mountain of Asgard to join your fellow Kami and Olympus, home of the spirits above? Pretty sure you mixed up your pantheons there, kid. But yeah, this is big. I mean, this is super big for me. Instead of bowing and scrapping and begging L7 to let me sit at their table, I get my own fucking table. I want to be carried into Evo by oiled fanboys, rising me high on a plush couch, feeding me grapes and fanning me with palm leaves. Okay. I'm actually reasonably sure Iris could arrange that if I asked her to. Sure thing, I'll get right on. Kidding. Kidding. I was kidding. Unless. Yeah, I'm kidding too. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've got a lot to learn before I really know I can hang with them. But now, I've got a future, and it's bright. I'll admit to some relief on hearing that I didn't just sink Queen Bee's battleship, but the fact remains that we got lucky. If the demon hadn't been in a generous mood, hadn't been scouting for talent, her career would have been in shambles, thanks to me. But if he wasn't looking for talent, he wouldn't have even been here in the first place, so it's not that big of a deal. The logic is a little rocky. The demon said it himself. Don't fall for results-oriented thinking. Maybe her future is bright, but it almost wasn't thanks to me. Man, who knew being an adult with many important responsibilities instead of transient floating through life would be this nasty? Instead of a transient floating through life would be this nasty. Kid, you okay in there? Yeah, I'm fine. Everything is fine. Shaking the moment off, I do my best to celebrate her achievement. I'm glad I could help you out this morning, and I'm glad things worked out, even if I guess both you and the demon feel like you lost the fight in your own way. Esports, huh? Wild stuff.
Hey, thanks.
I've been meaning to tell you. Thanks. You've been with me through all of this, even when you probably had better things to do. Don't think I haven't noticed. Well, feel my cheeks flush. Crap, am I blushing? Maybe this is my moment to express my feelings. Oh yeah, I'm ready to enjoy that ride. If you'll have me along, I'd love to spend more time with you. The event manager. See, this is... The top one is absolutely what I would say if I were personally in a situation. I'd be like, yeah, cool, just like as an event manager, doing my job. And then I'd like very politely shake her hand and just walk away. She'd come up to me 2 weeks later. She'd be like, I was like kind of flirting with you a little bit. And I'm like, I don't know what that means. I'm drawn to you, Queen Bee. You and your adventurous, carefree attitude. I hope you'll entertain the thought of including me on that wild ride.
Oh, well,
Ooh.
well.
That is
This is an interesting development.
My apologies. Didn't realize there was going to be voice acting. That's on me.
I was wondering when you'd find the guts to flirt with me properly. It only took you a few months. I'm glad to see my patience hath been rewarded.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be rewarded by you stepping on me. Win-win. But we really need to work on that delivery. It was cute, but wild ride? Honestly? I think you would have done better just looking up cheesy pickup lines on the internet. Queen Bee smiles and laughs happily. This is the first time I've seen her genuinely relax and be at ease with herself all day. It warms my heart, and I even smile along with it. We could talk more about the complexity of emotions and proper conduct, but for now, let's enjoy this quiet moment between us. It's been a hell of a day, and I could just use a hug from someone I care about. She looks toward me, gently. She gently closes her eyes. I can tell how pooped she is. I really enunciated pooped there. Pooped! I open my arms, and with the utmost grace, Queen Bee crashes into my embrace. Again, if this were me, she'd have been like, I really could use a hug, and I'd be like, do you want me to call your mom? Do you need me to, can I ring someone up for you? Is there somebody, alright. Like go out and I get a big plushie and I bring it back to her. Is this what you're looking for? For a long moment, it's just the two of us, enjoying the silence and each other. Alright. I should go rejoin the party. They do need her royalty to grace them with her presence. Will you escort me, Kesha? I stand up and I'll offer my arm to her. You got it, my queen.
Oh, don't tempt a lady like that. I like the way it rolls off your tongue. I could really get used to that.
She takes my arm into hers and we turn to go back to the arcade floor.
Real quick, before we return, thank you. Seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
We stroll to the door, Queen Bee's and my confidence restored, and return to the Rainbow High Road crowds. Look at that, we're making moves here. As we re-enter the arcade, I instinctively size up the crowd looking for trouble. But there wasn't any. Good. Don't think I could deal with another crisis. Wait a minute. Where's Pear? Percy? I don't know. He's gone. Nobody's playing Moopy. In fact, it already drained out the extra lives and has gone back to the attract mode screen. With a score just short of the world record. Oh, fuck. You think he cracked under the pressure? Percy's in the hospital. What? What? He started clutching his chest and he fell off the stool. We think it was a heart attack. I called 911 right away. The ambulance just left. Oh no. I need to go. Fuck, I ride the bus. I can't drive to the hospital. Okay, that's accurate for me. Queen Bee provides. We'll take my car. Gavin, can you and the others finish up here? This is my fault. I pushed him too hard. Go. We'll take care of Rainbow High Road. Quickly repile into Queen Bee's rusty yellow hatchback and speed off to the local hospital. The hour's growing late, but we managed to find his room just before visiting hours are over, and inside lying on a hospital bed. Oh, hello there. Wasn't expecting visitors. How do you do? The event going well? How do you do? Seriously? How do you do, Percy? Exactly. What's going on? Are you okay? Oh, Tosh, it's nothing. Just a heart tremor. Wasn't even a full arrest or anything. They're keeping me overnight for observation. I'll be back at the Funplex before you know it. Still have a high score to defeat after all. Are you fucking kidding me? Pear, come on. You were hooked up to an ECG. I can see your heartbeats. It's not nothing. It's just a little issue, that's all. A medical mishap which runs in my family. Wasn't quite expecting it to accelerate this quickly, but that's life, isn't it? So, it wasn't stress related? Well, probably didn't help, but can't say I was feeling sharp as usual this morning. My fault, really. All my fault. How serious is this condition? And to be honest with us, Percy, no holding back to keep us from worrying, because we're going to worry whether you like it or not. Yeah, what the kids said.
Well,
they've said I've got 2 years left to live, but science isn't an exact science, I suppose? Fuck! The hospital PA chimes, grabbing my attention. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. Visiting hours are now over. Visiting hours are now over. Suppose it's time for you two to head on home. And don't you worry about me. I'll be out of here in the morning. Probably take a break from Moopy for a time, but I'll pop by the Funplex all the same. Only if you're sure, Percy. You know me, love. I'm an optimization expert, and my way of keeping calm through this silliness is to optimize the happiness I can find in the time remaining to me. And that means the Funplex. The Funplex. Queen Bee offers me a ride back to the Funplex in her car. I've still got an event to wrap up, and then a bus to catch back home to my apartment. None of us really feel like talking on the way there. We don't even make out. I'm back. Not that there's much to come back to. All the plastic trophies I'd picked out for the high score contests are gone, along with their winners. Looks like everybody's closing up shop. Ashley tidying up a bit. Naomi literally have fallen asleep at the prize desk. And Francine was up way past her bedtime, squinting at a computer printout.
Hello, dearie.
Oh, there you are. Gavin ran the numbers while you were out. Despite the discount on tokens, we made a tidy profit today, far above and beyond what the Funplex normally draws. From what Ashley tells me, the mood was quite jovial near the end. Many folks saying they plan to return. And even if the local champ didn't win the Fist of Discomfort, they got to see the demon in action. That's a feather in our cap. I'd hoped you'd be pleased with the news. This is what you wanted, yes? Put the Funplex on the map? Business is going to be just peachy now, especially with more lovely parties like this one. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm happy about it, just exhausted? Emotionally, mentally, and physically.
Well, for what it's worth, we're all rather exhausted, dearie. But we've got no regrets. I'd like to think I know a thing or two about dreams. Dreams and how difficult they can be to make a reality. Your dream of a thriving Funplex is going to take hard work from each and every one of us. But we're ready, willing, and able. True, Queen Bee didn't win, and true, Percy was, hospitalized, but poor dear. But we did it! Your friends saw it through, and they do it all over again, without a doubt.
I nod, a bit numb to it all. Sure, I'll feel like $1 million tomorrow when Percy strolls back in and smiles, and Queen Bee's sporting her fancy new team jacket. When the daytime crowds are thick with newcomers happy to be playing the games they love, when I really get to see the effects of what we've accomplished. But for now, I really just want to go to bed. You need anything else from me tonight? We're all wrapped up like a bow. I'm on my way home for a good night's sleep myself. Go home, Kesha. We'll see you tomorrow. I turn the keys in the lock, slumping into the apartment.
Hi!
So, how'd it go? Was Rainbow High Road every bit as awesome as the poster I designed for it? The players went home happy and business is booming. Hooray! Why don't you look happy? It's been a long day. Well, okay. Honestly, Kesha, you're an inspiration to me. You had the guts to chase your dreams. Stuff worked, but I knew that Iris could find you something you'd love. And I've been wondering if I should follow in your footsteps. You want to become an arcade czar? No, silly. I mean, just try to find something with my life other than make coffee for executives and file their paperwork.
I've got it!
Like a poster. I could try to be a graphic designer, maybe. I've always loved doing stuff like that. What do you think? Except that following your dreams can run you ragged, like it did me today. Can nearly torpedo your future. Could even kill you. Is it worth it? Is it really worth all that trouble? Follow your dreams, Juniper. Be independent. Francine's right. I chose this path. I chose to make my life difficult in order to make my life into something. Juniper's helped me along the way, and I should help her in turn. I'm not gonna lie. It wouldn't be easy, not by a long shot. But yeah, I think you should chase your dreams. Become an artist on your own terms. Plus, you have me, and I could be like, yo, can you make a thing for the Funplex and help you get paid? Come on.
Thank you.
I knew I had the right idea. Thanks. You need to go to bed and sleep. Tomorrow, I'll make you pancakes, a reward for your award for my hard-working arcade czar. You used to have pancakes every morning during those summer trips, right? Your mom made them. That was ages ago, Juniper, when my folks could afford trips to the store. And Juniper gets a wry smile. I think I know exactly how we can celebrate your newfound success. How about a beach vacation? Not okay, not where I thought that was going. You've cleared level 4 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now, let's see your score. Give me them achievements, you know what I mean? 25 gamer score. Hell yeah. I did not save that entire time. Looks like you and Ashley are having some good times. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you've scored 16,200 points. Woohoo! Today's pizza fact is, the world's largest pizza covered 10,000 square feet and measured 140 feet across. It weighed in at 44,457 pounds. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 5? I do, even though I just did. Hell yeah. That was the shortest chapter yet, at 1 hour and 15 minutes. Let's do one more, huh? One more. Let's do... Huh? Get it? Huh? Huh? Mountain Dew? Huh? Huh? It is the future year 20XX. And romance is in the air. We gotta get off. We're gonna get a fuck on. Or at least romance will be in the air if Iris has anything to say about it. Also, I'm not actually in that glorious 20XX neon metropolis today. I'm about 144.7 miles south of it. That's much better. Not for me, personally. I hate beaches. Ah, the smell. Just smell the sea salt. The saltwater taffy. The baking hot sand. Ugh. It's just like I remember. You've never been to Flotsam Beach before, Juniper. Well, it's just like I remember you remembering it was then.
Definitely.
This is definitely one of my better ideas. Top 10 maybe, or even top 5 ideas. What a fantastic way to celebrate your success at the Funplex. As a reward for your hard work, we return to the beach where you played your first Phrase Invaders, where your family spent their summer vacations. Oh, how sentimental. My heart! I can't. I feel the need to say something pithy and dismissive in the face of unrelenting cheer, but to be honest, I'm definitely smiling. The place holds so many dear memories for me before my parents lost their jobs and we began the downward spiral of bad family luck. We loved coming to Flotsam Beach. And coming back here for sure is a treat.
Yes.
The place is great, sand and sea and that boardwalk. All those little shops, and the best fried food the East Coast can provide. And arcades aplenty, and seashells, and airbrush t-shirts, and plastic sunglasses, and I want to see it all. I want to do it all! You're more excited about this than I am, Juniper. You're excited too, don't deny it.
Later.
Okay, I'm gonna go get changed into my swimsuit before the others get here. Be right back. The others, right. That was the second part of Juniper's plan, see? This wasn't just a treat for me, but everybody associated with the Funplex. We'd have to drive down here in groups and pay for our own hotel rooms to keep the costs down, but soon enough, a Saturday outing for all the staff and VIPs had become a reality. It was real sweet of her to include everyone in on the trip too. We worked hard to make Rainbow High Road a success. I certainly couldn't have done it without help from my friends. Within the next hour, there'd be 9 of us bouncing around in swimsuits, making sandcastles and buying cheap souvenirs, and playing seaside arcade games. And hopefully not accidentally drowning in the riptides, and as my inner lifeguard felt need to warn. One day of fun in the sun for everyone. And as for this evening, well, Iris had other plans for me. Oh ho ho ho! We only get our romance on.
Well, have you decided yet? Have you? Time's running out, you know.
With a sigh, I pull out my phone, summoning my digital thing. Jin? Dijon? Why is time running out exactly?
I've run the numbers and calculated a 99.97% chance of romantic success if you take your special someone on a moonlit seaside stroll. It's the perfect confluence of all projected event vectors that will lead you to love and happiness. Romance is in the air. Can't you feel it?
Right now, all I feel is slightly overheated. I need to go change.
Yes, good. Put on your sexy swimwear. It'll improve my projections.
I don't like the way she said that. I don't like the way she said that at all. She's sexy swimwear. Put it on! She's been going on and on about this ever since finding out about the beach trip. Iris, why the sudden obsession with finding me a special someone anyway? Turned my life around, I found a job, I found a dream even, to make something at the Funplex, to let that grow and shine. You've done well helping me with that. This is the happiest I've been in years, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I've tried workplace romance before, back in the shoe shop days, and it worked out for a while, until I realized we weren't soul mates. A high-quality dad joke. Point is, I know I said I'd be open-minded about this sort of thing, but I haven't forgotten what we talked about the day I joined the Funplex. But, now that I'm faced with it, I'm not so sure. Kesha, you've spent weeks getting to know these people. You've even taken a few of them out to lunch. What if I can't decide who to approach? Awkward experience? This would be my normal question. As just regular old boring Sean. I'm actually kind of torn on who I want to try to woo. Pretty close to a few of them already. Really close. Also, I get a feeling a few of them feel the same way about me. I could be reading the signals wrong, but if not, what do I do? Relax, we're all adults. In the end, this is up to you and whoever you choose. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, that's okay. Don't overthink it, yeah? You're not a middle schooler anymore. And there's a sudden flashback to Jamie pouring apple juice down my shirt to show affection. Meep. Right. Okay.
My sources say yes.
Trust me, Kesha, this is your moment. But you don't have to decide right now. In fact, you shouldn't. Take the day with all your friends to really think about it. After dinner, I'll have finished my number crunching and we'll have your final relationship scores that'll help guide your decision. Let's take a look. Behold, weeks of emotional data fully analyzed. Ashley's a lot of fun, isn't she? You two get along like a house of fire. Okay. After? Whatever. Hopefully without actually setting anything on fire accidentally. So that's it? It's decided? No.
The points are just a guide. And it's not like I'm gonna force you to woo someone just because they're your top match. I still need to calculate how well your personality matches what they're looking for. That'll net you bonus points. Consider it food for thought, you know? And you've still got the rest of today to see who you're a good fit for. Maybe cram in some more time with them.
Oh, I'm gonna be cramming something. Hot dogs in my mouth. All I want to do is... Okay. All I want to do is lay on the beach and eat hot dogs all day. That's all I've ever wanted.
By the way, according to GPS, your potential romances will be here in less than 2 minutes. Have fun!
Thank you. I hastily jam my phone back in my pocket before anyone can hear that. Dang it, Iris, I could have just chillaxed by the sea. Maybe found that old arcade where I once played Phrase Invaders and had a pleasant time. But now, I need to be sizing up romantic partners? Although, maybe there is someone I've been getting close to. Someone I think I wouldn't mind being closer to, in fact. And it's been a long time since I've felt like I could even try having someone to share my life with. Maybe it's time to look for love again. But now, I decided to refocus on the day ahead. Fun in the sun. Good, clean, fun in the sun. Very innocent and chaste fun in the sun. Sure, I can do that, right? Hello, Flotsam. Your queen has arrived. Teo, are you wearing anything? Oh, no, there I see. There's a little... Morning, Kesha. Is this a private beach game of beach blanket bingo, or can we join? Innocent. Chaste. Fun in the sun. Where can I set up my parasol? And how's the surf? Teo was thinking of doing some surfing. Of course he was thinking of doing some surfing. You think he got that body by just dancing? No, he's a surfer. I rarely get the chance to surf these days. Looking forward to breaking out my old board and hitting the waves. I was going to play Beach Boys all the way down here from the city to help get in the mood, but Queen Bee vetoed it. Yeah, because the Beach Boys suck, Teo. You want a free ride in my beloved Bee-mobile? You with your board strapped on my roof. You listen to my music, Mr. Dance Pants. Oh, hey, there's the perfect spot. Let's set up there.
Catch you later.
Better go help her. See you there. Can I not walk over with them together? Suddenly feel a bit inadequate in terms of proper beach bod and attire. We're here!
Excellent.
Ah, good. Queen Bee brought an umbrella. Yeah, I didn't really tan much. I didn't really tan so much as burn to a crisp. Honestly, I'm mostly here for shopping in the arcades. Curious to see how these arcades are run as well. Oh my god, Gavin. Just hang out, man. He's gonna go talk to all the managers. Be like, what is your fiscal profiting for the third quarter? Like, no. Just grab a hot dog. Come on back, man. We're grilling. Or, I guess you wouldn't grill if they were hot. Never mind. Curious to see how these arcades are run as well. Maybe I can talk to a manager. I didn't even read that sentence. Get some tips for... Come on. Handle a very transient audience.
Ugh.
I meant to play in them, not to study them. Sheesh, Gavin. We're not here to work. Can't I have both? I'll join the others for now, though. It's been a long drive. Love to stretch out for a bit.
See ya.
My six-pack is killing me. Oh, me too. I'm cramped up for sitting in that van. Wait for me. What's Francine wearing? What do you think? You think Francine's... Stretching. Yes. Stretching is good. Flex those muscles. We got Dad Bod. We got Ashley over here. Alright. The beach. I haven't been to the beach in ages. Not since my sign spinning days promoting that funnel cake place. And I guess there was that one time we did a beach shoot. But that was like last summer. So yes, ages ago. Feels good to be back in the sun. Wait, hang on. Can we go back to the beach shoot you were talking about? You want to like email some photos or something? Let me know. Last beach I went to was back in England. Considerably more cold and overcast than this, afraid. And before you ask, because Ashley already asked again and again on the drive down here, I'm not going to explode in direct sunlight. My condition is quite stable today. Sorry, Percy, but you're part of the crew. That means we care about you. I promise, though, we won't treat you like you're made of glass. You're still good old Percy does.
Much obliged.
Thanks, love. All the same. Thanks, love. All the same. I think I'll grab a spot under the umbrella before the good shade is taken. As for me, last one in the water is a land lover. The water, yes. Getting wet, cooling down. Oh, Francine, I thought you'd be in something sexier. Party!
Hello, dearie.
Afraid my bikini days are behind me, but I'm happy to be here all the same. I do love to be out in the sun. Lovely beaches, lovely weather, lovely people. Good to see all three present and accounted for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I rented an extra parasol and some chairs for Miss Francine and I. And for you too, Kesha. Plenty of room if we squeeze in.
My, oh my.
Ooh, how cozy. There's not an achievement for romancing Francine. Of course, her husband died doing what he loved, which she immediately followed up by saying, making passionate love with me. Well, okay. This is a new context for me to be observing these people in. But, fun in the sun, right? Above all else, this is to be a day of celebration and cheer over the success of the Funplex. With that firmly in mind, I join everyone and we get this beach party started. Although it doesn't take long for the group to start splitting up. There's just too much to see, too much to do. I know from my vacations here as a kid that you can't really try everything in one day, but unlike me, they're noobs. And as an adult, I know how to budget my time to do the things I really want to do, to hang out with the people I really want to hang out with. Despite my attempts at good, clean fun, Iris's words are still running through my head. By evening, I need to make a decision. That means if I'm seriously going to make a move like she's suggesting I do, I should spend my time wisely leading up to that move. So, what next? What next is we go here and we save a new spot. Naomi and Ashley are making that's the easiest one right there. Oh, do I play volleyball with Queen Bee though? Taylor and Percy are playing carnival games. Juniper's talking with Iris, it seems, or with her Iris. Naomi and Ashley. In the distance, I see what appears to be a myriad of sandcastles, which makes sense. I mean, I'd be worried if it was a whole bunch of not sandcastles on the beach. During my many beach outings as a kid, there were always multiple castle competitions going on. In front of me, our own Funplex fabricators have entered the fray. With Naomi being our arcade builder and Ashley with all her cosplay craftiness, it's no wonder these two are up for the Sandcastle Challenge. As I jog over to them, I see Ashley laughing over her castle and Naomi meticulously measuring something on her citadel. How goes the castling?
Amazing!
Great! Do you see all these amazing sandcastles? They're so cute! Properly made sandcastles aren't cute, Ashley. Oh? Then what are they, Naomi? Assuming they're not just made by kids for funsies, a proper sandcastle can be a structural masterpiece.
Wonderful.
Every grain of sand must be in its proper spot, or the whole thing comes crashing down. If it's a job worth doing, it's worth doing right. Naomi says this word without lifting her eyes away from her castle. She's so completely focused on that, I don't think she's blinking even. And what exactly are you doing, Naomi?
Let me explain.
I'm making sure that each embouchure is Naomi. Use dumb words for me, okay? Can you talk stupid? Okay, explain it to me like I'm 5. I'm making sure each embouchure is X% around the tower. Otherwise, it'll be an asymmetrical mess. Makes sense. I take a moment to actually appreciate their castles. Naomi's is a structural masterpiece. Straight, perfect edges meet bold... What? Straight, perfect edges meet bold, flat walls, which produce an almost perfect medieval castle. She's even added an ocean water moat complete with a drawbridge. Ashley's is equally impressive too. It's soft, fluffy fantasy castle. The foundation is made of sculpted sand clouds, like an elegant castle in the sky, complete with spiral staircases encircling slightly slanted towers. So I take it you both entered the competition? Of course. You know it, Kesha. Oh, you should make one too. It's not too late. Yeah, I think there's still like half an hour left in the competition, and it's amateur level. Latecomers are allowed. Both of you have made some extraordinary castles. My architectural skills are somewhat lacking in the sandcastle area. Those sound like some sad excuses. They're perfectly good excuses, Ashley. It's not like we're professional sandcastlers either. Kesha, it's not about winning, she says as she had some statement about symmetricalness. Naomi looks over at Ashley, who's giving her a smile, accompanied by a questioning look. Okay. It's a little bit about winning. I mean, I'm super tryharding this and trying to win with a perfectly constructed little castle. But for me, mostly, it's about setting out a challenge for myself and completing it properly. There's nothing more satisfying than that. Plus, we'll be here helping you do it. How do you plan on helping me start a castle while you'll be completing your own? Sounds difficult. We're almost done with ours anyway. Yep. If we have 3 castles in the competition, then that's one more chance for us to bring home the gold.
Yeah!
It'll be fun. Come on, join us.
Yes!
Yes, Kesha, join us. Hand over that tiny plastic shovel. I'd rather just help both of you out. I know my strengths and weaknesses immediately. My number 1 weakness is building sandcastles. Also maybe breathing in space or surviving explosions. However, I'm very skilled at helping others. That I can do. You have a way better chance of success if I pitch in on both of yours rather than start a whole new third castle.
My sources say yes.
Okay, Iris. I've taken into consideration all the other castles surrounding us. Kesha's skill set is not up for winning this, but adding her talents to yours will boost your chances. The math doesn't lie. I wasn't going to fight it, Iris. If that's the case, then come over here. I need you to put these flags atop the tower. Naomi hands me a little toothpick flags, and I carefully place them at the tops of the cone towers. Here, Kesha, take this paintbrush. You can wipe away can you wipe away the excess sand on my clouds? I gladly pitch in, taking turns between Naomi's and Ashley's sand creations. We actually managed to finish just before the judging commences. They're both looking mighty fine.
Thank you.
Well, it's all due to your help, Kesha. Yes, we couldn't have done it without you. Ah, shucks. Let's hope one of you wins, for the glory of the Funplex. For all the guts and the glory, here comes the judge. Alright. The officiant of the Sandcastle Challenge comes toward us and looks over the castles. With an arbiter's eye, they glance over ours and nod in respect of a job well done. I didn't even realize I was holding my breath in anticipation, and once the Sandcastle judge leaves us, I let out a huge sigh. I think that's a good sign, right? The nod, that means we did it. Are we gonna win? There's still many others left to judge, but I'd say a nod counts nicely as a compliment. But which one? Whose Sandcastle will reign supreme? Kesha, who do you think? Who's the winner? Who's got the winner chicken dinner? Who, me? I'm not a judge of fine sandcastles. Just do it for funsies. Let's hear what you think. Ashley's castle in the sky. Honestly, the one over there. Yeah, let's torpedo our chances with romance by saying, yeah, little Timmy over there made a really nice look at one. You know? I love when my foot gets caught on this cord when I'm trying to maneuver myself. Oh my gosh. I like the fantastical aspect of Ashley's castle in the sky, but like, medieval masterpiece. Most of the castles out here are rigid, lifelike replicas of historical castles, while Ashley's has a more airy feel to it. Ashley's is so different from the rest. I think it'll outshine the others and win over the judges. Just like you've won me over. Ho-ho! Aw, you're too sweet, Kesha. I agree. Ashley's fantasy castle is sure to catch the eyes of the judges. You've done a wonderful job with it. I can't wait to see you win. Naomi, you're wonderful. Oh, I think they just finished tallying up the scores. Will you two stop falling in love with each other and instead fall in love with me? We wait not so patiently as the judge makes their round across the beach. I see them stop next to a particularly dramatic-looking sandcastle. Pulling out a bright blue ribbon, they prop it up next to the castle. Which means...
Poops.
Ah, we didn't win. Double poop. Don't feel too down. If it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. How very pragmatic of you, Kesha. We did have a blast, though. But I hate losing. We just gotta win next year, Naomi. Maybe if all three of us join forces, we can build the best sand castle this beach has ever seen. I agree with that sentence completely. We should spend more time... we should spend some time practicing more, which means more beach trips. I'd like that. I'm in. Great. Next year, Team Ashley is going to eradicate the competition. I think you mean Team Naomi? You two can fight over that next year. I think I'm covered in enough sand for a while. I'm going to go see about being slightly less sandy. I hear you, but Naomi and I aren't done. We got one last thing we got to do. Oh, what's that? Destroy our creations. I'll leave that to you then. I am a mighty dragon. Fear me, tiny sand people. Both of them smile widely at each other and laugh. Walking away, I can hear the sounds of devastation behind me. I peek back one last time to see the castles come crashing down before I set my eyes forward. So, what next? Queen Bee and Gavin have taken up a friendly little sports competition here in the sand. Beach volleyball has always been a favorite pastime of beachcombers. Beachcombers? It's fun, competitive, and what's not to love about watching athletic people show off their skills? Granted, when my family got together to play, we just ended up hitting the volleyball around and never really kept track of the points. But it's always something I've enjoyed, even if I wasn't very good at it. Maybe Gavin and Queen Bee will let me join in on the fun. If I'm lucky, I'll even get to bump, set, and spike it. As I jog closer to them, Gavin is occupying the far half of the court. Closer to me is Queen Bee's side of the sand court. Easy to see both of them have expressions of sheer determination on their faces. Gavin is cool, calm, collected, while Queen Bee is grinning ear to ear. Both are reveling in the contest, which each is in it to win it. Take some sort of catastrophic event for one of them to back down, like a tsunami, and even then I bet they'd be bopping the beach ball back and forth while they're fighting against a wave. But this is a momentous 1v1 between two of my most competitive friends. It's unnecessary to explain Queen Bee's cutthroat nature, but Gavin, his ambition is just as fierce, even if it's a little less vocal. He'd do everything for the Funplex to succeed, and he's taking that same attitude to beach sports. Are you sure you're ready for this next serve?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! You better believe it, pretty boy. I'm ready to spike this ball so hard it'll cause a quake beneath your fucking feet.
Excellent.
If it's anything like your last attempt to score, I'll win this match in record time. That's enough talking. Fucking shut it and serve it. Hi, Queen Bee. Eat this! Or I guess not. Maybe I'll just try Gavin. Hi, Gavin. Not today, Queen Bee. Not sure I'm gonna get a word in until this whole ordeal is over. Their concentration is intense, game faces are on, and they see nothing else but the competition before them. I might as well take this time to watch them play. Hopefully they'll notice me. Gavin gracefully executes an underhand serve with the volleyball and glides it over the net, mere millimeters above it. In all fairness, it was a perfect serve, but Queen Bee returns it with a dig up high. With enough time, she easily squares up her pose and spikes it down towards Gavin's side of the court. Gavin doesn't have enough time to respond, and it falls hard into the sand. Queen Bee claps and stomps her foot in the ground in unison.
Victory!
Ace! Technically, that's not an ace. An ace would be a point scored off a flawless serve. Queen Bee laughs and sticks out her tongue. Technically, it's putting me in the lead. It went on like this for quite some time, both of them volleying balls and serving quips. Meanwhile, I stood by and could do nothing but look on longingly. I just wanted to play. Oh man, not that I'm complaining much. Both Queen Bee and Gavin are the most athletic of the crew, save for Tio, and well, let's just say the sand isn't the only hot stuff around here, to be honest. So watching them glisten as sweat drips down their bodies, yeah, this really isn't a problem for me. It's like her body was sculpted by the gods themselves. Powerful thighs, toned arms, Queen Bee's a goddess in my eyes. It's enticing, and the gameplay isn't that bad either. Even though I've been standing here for well over 10 minutes, neither one has acknowledged my presence. That is, until Gavin hits a ball straight in my direction. It soars all the way back, way to the back corner of the court, and lands right at my feet. Queen Bee turns around to see where the ball fell. Oh, hey, Kesha. That was outright. Oh, now I get acknowledged.
I think not.
It was clearly on the line, Queen Bee. Point is mine. No, it wasn't. It was completely out of bounds. You might want to get that prescription on those glasses checked out if you can't even see that. Fell right next to Kesha, who will undoubtedly confirm this fact. You clearly had the best vantage point on it. Tell us. Tell us what you saw. Sure. I'm calling it now. This is for the win. If the ball is in, Gavin gets fucking bragging rights for the rest of the day. But if it's out, then I win. So all I have to do is make the call. Uh-huh. Yes. It landed on the line. Gavin wins. It landed just at line. I wasn't paying attention. You both win? The line itself is a thin rope cord held down by a simple tent peg. So I can see why it would be hard to tell if the ball fell around it. But I can say for sure I saw it fall outside the line. It was completely out of bounds. Sorry, Gavin. Point, set, match.
Oh, GG.
You're gonna be saying GG later. Queen Bee takes a very long moment to gloat. Granted, that's more of a tennis term, but I think Gavin gets the gist. I thought for sure I was going to beat you, Queen Bee, but I miscalculated. You bested me fair and square. Shall we take a quick break? We each nod our heads in agreement as I quickly grab a couple water bottles laying on the sidelines and toss it to them. Gavin gladly chugs down the water and flashes a smile back at me. Queen Bee catches hers mid-toss, swiftly opens it with a flick of her wrist, and proceeds to pour the water all down her face to cool herself off. The water splashes down her face and drips onto her chest. making her wet and shine in the hot sun. Hello and welcome to the horny portion of the game. Oh my. Suddenly feel very hot myself and could use a quick dip in the ocean. Thanks for the water, kid. Yeah, you're welcome. Still, I really wanted to play some beach volleyball. Guess that's not going to happen now. Both of them look quite content to relax and chat in the sun for now. As if reading my mind, Queen Bee leans down and picks up the ball and throws it directly at me. Think fast, Kesha. Bump it, set it. Oh, fucking spike it. Queen Bee threw it high enough that I can totally pull off a badass spike. I take a quick step forward before launching myself into the air. My palm connects with the ball and darts back at Queen Bee. She simply bumps the ball over to Gavin, forming a triangle. We continue hitting the ball back and forth. This is exactly how my family would play. We'd all stand around, hit the ball to each other, trying to keep it from touching the ground at all costs. Gavin, Queen Bee, and I get really into it too. Several times one of us ends up diving to get the ball and get a face full of sand. I like this sand-swept look you've got going on, pretty boy. Can see why you... Hang on. I can see you on the summer cover of Monsieur. If you're not careful, I'll carry you out to the ocean and throw you in. You'll be spotting that then you'll be spotting that drowned rat look. Okay, I don't think that was a fair comeback there, Gavin. Laughing alongside Gavin and Queen Bee while playing beach volleyball makes me feel so grateful for these friends. It was worth having to stand around for a while. What a perfect morning on the beach. Phew. Pardon me. We play a few more rounds of The Sand is Lava before... What's wrong with me? We play a few more rounds of The Sand is Lava before we let the ball crash into the beach one last time. Very nice return, Kesha. You should join us for the next match. I would if I didn't have other stuff I wanted to do. There's so much to do here, and I've got to plan accordingly. I hear that. Looking forward to a stroll along the boardwalk myself. It's a good idea to take in as much as you can. I think I'll call it quits too. Slow your roll, pretty boy. You can't leave quite yet. Alright, we do have a score to settle. Let's finish this. I leave the gladiators to their final battle as I walk back along the beach, awaiting my next adventure. So, what next? Talk to Juniper. Juniper stretched out on a beach chair, catching some sun while catching up on her social media feed. Iris, how many Pengy mentions are there in my timeline today? You currently have 23 mentions of Pengy in your social media timeline. Huh, that's up from yesterday, Iris. Have there been any new Pengy vids lately? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Have there been any new Pengy vids lately? Would you like me to search the web for have there been any new Pengy vids lately? Oh, never mind. Juniper puts the phone away with a sigh. Oh, hey Kesha, enjoying your nostalgic beach trip so far? Feels great to be back, like coming home. I don't know, I've only hung out on the beach so far. Gotta admit, it feels great to be back. We've got a lot of fond memories of Flotsam Beach, the sand, the surf, the games, the food, and my family. Even before everything went south for the the Siebert clan, this place was like a second home for us.
Totally.
Exactly. Happy memories from a happy place. You know, you've had a better life than you give yourself credit for. Your family had money problems, sure, but you loved each other throughout it all.
That's so sad.
Can't say the same for my family, and my family never took beach vacations for that matter, or vacations at all. I doubt we'll be taking many after this either. I'm definitely happy being a freelancer, don't get me wrong. I'm not exactly making beach money, you know? Can't even afford apps unless they're free, and man, free mode Iris is super stupid sometimes. Hey, hang on. I see you talking to your Iris all the time like you're just having a normal conversation. How'd you manage that? Mine doesn't even understand what I'm saying most of the time. Did I configure her wrong? Is there some free mode option I missed out on? Come on, fess up. I want to make the most of my Iris. What's the trick? What did you do to make her so cute and chatty? Drat. Juniper knows Iris way better than anyone else here, aside from maybe Gavin. She's been suspicious for some time of my super duper version of Iris. But my Iris is technically a pirated software service. I'm not supposed to have premium access. Do I trust Juniper with this secret, or would telling her betray Iris's trust in me to keep it? I don't know. What's this Pengy and you keep asking yours about? I doubt mine would really know anything more than yours does.
What?
What's Pengy? Good, that got her off track. Although now she's looking at me like some know-nothing doofus. The most popular art icon in the world. Duh. Not to mention one of the most fiercely protected yet widespread trademarks in existence. There's Pinky dolls, of course. We've got one on our bookshelf, remember? And energy drinks and barbershops and neck massage wands. Like the ones you keep at your bedside table. Whoa, 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 whoa. Me. Calm it down. Yes, neck massage wand. Right. That's what it is. She got a big old dildo in there. Anyway, don't you have Pengy Pinball at the Funplex? How do you not know who Pengy is? Pengy? Peggy? Pengy? I guess there's just so much Pengy to go around that I've grown immune to it. Okay, I can see that. But as an aspiring visual designer, I'm always on the lookout for hot new brands. And new people to buy dildos based on. I only hope one day to create a character as beloved as Pengy. Wait, this is a character? Oh. Or like that pixel heart. The what? The thing on Naomi's shirt? The button on Ashley's jacket? Or on Gavin's lapel? Ashley designed herself, didn't you know? Nope. Man, you are seriously behind. I need to give you a pop art crash course when we get back home. But for now, the beach. Enjoy the beach. I'm getting some more sun, if you'll excuse me. After I wander off, my phone buzzes me.
Thank you for trusting me.
I know that was hard. You're friends with her, but it's for her safety and mine that she's not known I'm off the digital leash. I wasn't going to betray your trust, Iris. Thanks. I knew I could count on you. The noon sun's high in the sky, and honestly, it's getting super hot out here, like heat exhaustion levels of hot. While this would be a good time to migrate towards the boardwalk, it seems there's one more thing in store for our little group. Man, I'm beat. I've got sand in places sand should not be, and I'm having tons of fun. Do you need help cleaning that out? Hey, Naomi. Naomi's got some kind of surprise lined up for all of us. You in? Of course. Great. We're gathering over by the parasols. I wonder what this is all about. Soon enough, the entire group has gathered. The number of shade-throwing parasols has multiplied to 4, too. Pretty cool respite for everything. Respite? Also new, large cloth-wrapped bundle in the center of the group. Gather round, gather round. It's lunchtime! And judging from the rumbling in my stomach, it's right on time. The bundle is unwrapped, revealing a series of simple wooden lunchboxes, in a traditional Japanese style. Each one's been painted a different color. As a way of saying thanks for all your hard work and your support, please enjoy these boxed lunches, courtesy of Funplex. And me. I made them. An authentic Naomi brand bento? Sign me up. I reach for a box. She smacks my hand away, lightly. Not yet, Kesha. I made these special-like. Everybody has a personalized lunch filled with their favorite things. Gavin, if you'd be kind enough to distribute them, names are written on the lids. Sure enough, on second glance, I see the names, and even little cartoon doodles representing each person. Wow, does my face really look that apathetic? Okay, I'll start handing them out. Gavin, you first. Let's see.
Impressive.
Ha, plain yogurt, celery sticks, and some rice. You know me quite well. Boring and nutritional. I colored a bit outside the lines on this one rather than sticking to traditional bento style. Enjoy.
Oh my gosh!
Sushi with some tempura veggies. Oh, and a side of miso soup. I love nothing more than a traditional bento lunch. And I love nothing more than making them. Ha, fish and chips, of course, with a little Union Jack on a toothpick. You made a moopy maze out of the chips, too. Ah, it's not too stereotypical, is it?
Quite good.
I haven't found a proper chip shop stateside, so I'll take it. A nice little taste of home.
Fantastic.
Oh, fuck yeah. Big juicy cheeseburger and french fries? Hell yeah, Queen Bee. My mouth is watering at it just looking at it. Yum! And it's got lots of pink in it, just how you like it. So pink I can hear it moo. Oh, jeez, rip. Rip. Teo, who I'm still not sure is wearing anything. This is perfect. Pita bread and hummus.
Love it.
It's a great meal that fills the belly and gives you tons of energy. For while shredding the waves. And we have to keep your tank at full. A tired Teo is not a true Teo.
How marvelous.
Ooh, little finger sandwiches, some tea, and even a cupcake. Thank you, Naomi dear. It's very thoughtful. Ah, thanks, Miss Francine. I got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Nice!
Ha! I bet you consulted with Kesha on this one. I love these. Always have, always will. Actually, I just checked your Instagram. I did analysis of your most commonly blogged food and can't talk, busy eating. And that leaves the one who brought us all together, Kesha. For you, I made pizza bagels. Oh, fuck. Ugh. Kidding, it's actually similar to the bento I gave you on the first day you started at the Funplex. A little reminder of how all this started. Oh, well, thank you. Speech. What?
Yeah!
You should make a speech before we dig in. I mean, you're the reason we're here. I am? Yeah, you are. I mean, we were doing great before you showed up, don't get me wrong, but, you know. But you worked harder than any of us to make the Funplex the success it is today. I was content to keep it afloat, I didn't think we'd ever manage more than that, but you refused to be content. We wouldn't be here at the beach if not for the success you led us to, Kesha. Yes, I think a speech would be appropriate. Fuck yeah, Rainbow High Road rocked. It really opened some doors for me. I'd still be wearing that damn black L7 jacket if not for you. The atmosphere is so much livelier thanks to your efforts. Win or lose, I'm enjoying my time with Moopy thanks to having so many great people around with me. By this point, I can't even imagine the Funplex without you, Kesha. So don't even think of leaving. If you do, we'll probably gather up a hunting party and drag you back. No hard feelings. And speaking as the one... Oh boy. And as speaking as the one who Kesha comes home to every night, I gotta say, she's doing dandy compared to before. So, 3 cheers for the Funplex. 3 cheers indeed. Go ahead, Kesha. You've earned the right for a speech. I'm just a silly old lady who started it. You made this happen. You're welcome? Wow. Seriously. Wow. Well, I've made big speeches before, like the one at Rainbow High Road, even if this feels bigger. Way bigger. Okay, here it goes. I can be milquetoast for this toast. I can't be milquetoast for this toast. It's big feelings or nothing. Thank you all for being here. The Funplex fucking rules. It's exactly what I need in my life. Thank you all. Being here has helped you through the hard times in my life. Thank you. Above all else, thank you. Thank you all. You don't know how much this family means to me. It's no great secret I was living in a state of depression before the Funplex. I just assumed life would always deal me a losing hand, but now, through my friendships with you all, I found something bright and warm I can rely on. Something I can be optimistic about instead of pessimistic. I'm not silly enough to believe the hard times are gone for good, but I know I'm surrounded by good people who can help see me through them. So, thank you. You're welcome. think I speak for all of us when I say we feel the same way. Okay, good. On a roll. Let's see what's to say next. You've all earned this vacation. Live it to the fullest. In summary, you have all earned this vacation through hard and thoughtful work. You've earned the right to loosen up a bit and have some fun. We've only got one day here, so take care. Do you care for some advice? Live life to the fullest. Do everything you want to do. You never know where you'll end up tomorrow. Live for the moment. Live for the moment. This moment alone. And we'll worry about the future once we're safely back at the Funplex. If anybody has any questions about Flotsam Beach, just ask. I know this place like the back of my hand. Let me take you up on that. I'm figuring there's a nice nightlife scene, right? Anywhere I can go dancing, I'm game. Now, to bring it on home. And I just want to say, I love you all. It means a lot to me to bring... means a lot to me. Being here with you in this place. Thank you. And I've said more than enough. Now it's time to enjoy Naomi's thoughtful gift and eat hearty. I love you all as well. You have no idea how much it raises my spirits working alongside you or watching you enjoy our games. Kesha, thank you for this lovely day, and I agree, let's dig in. That tea is calling to me. This is the moment. One perfect moment with all of us together, laughing and talking and eating and having the best time in the world. Maybe things will change after tonight when Iris's plan to find me romance comes together. Maybe this is the high water mark. Maybe. But no matter what happens, I'll always have this one perfect moment. Afternoon slides in as the gang migrates from Sandy Shores to the bustling boardwalk. So you've had your fill of seaweed in your trousers, it's time to go on a walk down the boardwalk and indulge in any number of side activities. No need to change out of your swim gear either. Unless you're going deeper into the beach town, you can just slip back and forth between the sands and the boardwalk. This is where the real action happens. Shops, restaurant, and of course, arcades. Soon enough, the group's splitting up to go try to do as much as possible. I've got time to tag along with some of them. Who to hang out with? Save. Let's see. Gavin and Ashley, Naomi and Tara. Oh boy. All of them are kind of broken up in a way that... Let's see. Well, I think we did 3 of them last time. Gavin and Ashley are checking out an arcade. Go to the candy store. Alright, we'll go to the arcade. Primary appeal of this place for me was always the arcades. I rarely swam in the ocean. I preferred indoor swimming pools to unpredictable waves. That meant boardwalk crawls, arcade games, tokens, and joysticks. Although as I approach one of these open-air arcades, well, I don't see a single joystick.
Impressive.
Interesting. I hazard those arcades are 100% redemption games. Suppose it's best Naomi's distracted by looking for saltwater taffy. She'd hate this place. I've noticed this industry trend toward anything vaguely resembling a tradition. Let me try this one again here. I've noticed this industry trend away from anything vaguely resembling a traditional arcade game and towards touchscreens and prize tickets. Suppose it was inevitable. Not for the strong showing of joysticks throughout the 80s and 90s, it would have happened sooner. Game's a game, you know. I can enjoy just about anything. Oh, and hey, there's pinball. You like pinball, right, Gavin?
Ooh.
And skee ball. I love alley rollers.
What?
Huh? Technically, skee ball, depending on the spelling and hyphenation, is a registered trademark. They are simply alley rollers, manufactured by a different company. Sheesh, way to suck the fun out of it. Apologies for my innate killjoy nature. Allow me to make it up to you by actually having some fun. Is that even possible? Will your ultra cool guy exterior allow your inner softie to be exposed? If you'll let me finish, how about a roller alley contest? Each of us gets 5 tokens to score the most points. Whoever loses buys the other ice cream. Now we're talking. Hey Kesha, want to join? Make this a 3-way dance? Maybe all joysticks are gone, but I'm certainly a long-time skee ball fanatic. I'd likely clean the floor with these two. Still, skee ball wizard, I got this. Oh, you're gonna get it now. Take a shot at the skee ball queen. You best not miss. That's the spirit. I can smell that victory ice cream already. And it smells like victory. Our coins rattle into the slot, tinking along the metal chute. 5 tokens, highest cumulative score wins. I suppose if it's 3 players, the 2 losers split the cost of the ice cream. I remember playing tons of alley rollers back when I was a kid, roaming up and down the boardwalks of Flotsam Beach. Like riding a bike, those are physical skills you never really forget. My grip on the gnarly old wooden ball feels completely natural, even now. We drop our tokens, line up our first throws. It takes a few rolls for me to find my sweet spot, but eventually I'm right where I need to be to win. What? Oh, what? I'm where I need to be in the scores, which unfortunately can't be said of my coworkers. Oh, come on, I totally should have landed that one. That one hunt.
Rather disappointing.
These machines are a bit beat up from exposure and play. I wouldn't be surprised if they're unbalanced. Or they're rigged, like those crane games Teo and Percy were playing earlier. But they aren't. I'm hitting my shots no problem. And given Gavin's rather manly physique on display right now, I'm a bit surprised he's not throwing them forcefully enough. I could whisper some advice to one of them, maybe give them an edge. It's cheating, sure, but we're all getting ice cream in the end. Who cares? Psst. Ashley, here's the trick. I like orange cream ice cream. I lean in next to Ashley and I whisper a hot tip. Aim for the 40-pointer with every throw. That way you'll always net a consistent amount of mid-tier points. Oh. Instead of wildly aiming for the honey pot of 100 points, Ashley lines up for a shot right down the middle and scores a sweet throw. And soon enough the game is over, with Ashley just barely pushing past my score and Gavin far behind. Ah well, I gave it my best. If it makes you feel better, I couldn't have won without Kesha's solid advice. No, you were still the one making the throws. That's skill, even if she offered suggestions. Still, if you'd like to keep things fair, we'll split the ice cream cost 3 ways. Everyone's a winner.
Indeed.
Most importantly, we had fun. Arcades are meant to be places where friends can gather and have fun playing with each other. Alright, phrasing. Beachside or in a shopping plaza. With or without joysticks, that's our goal. Let's take back a lesson today, and we should always endeavor to provide fun first and foremost. Whatever shape it takes, that is our mission. Still found a way to turn this into a working vacation, huh? But an enjoyable one. We grab ice cream cones from a vendor on the boardwalk, swapping work stories, laughing, and having a blast. This is probably the happiest I've seen Gavin. At work he's all business, but here he can crack a smile even as he's analyzing arcades. And Ashley just exudes sunshine and cheer everywhere she goes. She's a good influence on him, clearly. But time's ticking and I've got other stops to make. Feels good being out and about with everyone, away from the funplex, away from work, just friends having a great time in a place designed for great games. With our newfound success, I hope we can do this more often. Who to hang out with? Naomi and Teo are raiding a candy store. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Teo and Naomi sneak into one of the shops of the boardwalk called the Sandy Bar, with iconic saltwater taffy on each side. Ah, saltwater taffy, a staple of coastal life and commerce. On any given boardwalk, you're within spitting distance of at least 3 candy shops loaded with tasty treats. But more importantly, why are these two acting so childish about the whole thing, like 2 kids in a candy store? I need to find out exactly what's going on, and more importantly, I need to see if they have any of those gummy sharks in there too. As I peer into the building, my senses are overwhelmed by sweets. My teeth practically hurt from the surrounding sugar. Covering the walls with assorted containers holding various types of candies, a rainbow of colors and confectionaries filled to the brim with saltwater taffy and covered in... Oh, I read that all as one sentence. There was a period there. Covering the walls are assorted containers holding various types of candies, a rainbow of colors and confectionaries, filled to the rim with saltwater taffy and covered in chocolates. Not only do I take note of the delectable candy, but I also notice all the kitties running around. I can't help but be reminded of the Funplex. Same atmosphere, just fewer games. I look over to the person behind the counter and give them a nod of understanding. I feel you, noble cashier, in your quest to maintain peace and order. As Naomi and Teo recognize me and wave me over. Over here, Kasha. Come help us decide what to get. We need to get you a bigger swimsuit, Teo. How about that? I comply and go over toward them. Naomi is huddled over a table and is filling her arms with various desserts. I want one of these and 2 of these and a handful of this one. Oh, what's that over there?
Wow!
Candied apples? I have to get one of those too. Naomi is just too much right now. Every time her eyes light up at seeing a new candy, it turns my heart to mush. A mushy mess of emotions. I really hope she feels the same way when she sees me. This is the best part about going to the beach. Look at how many different candies there are. I could just devour them all. Now, I pegged Naomi as having a sweet tooth, but Teo, with all his dancing, I would have guessed him to stick to a healthier diet. But this trip is a vacation for all of us, so maybe he's spoiling himself. So, what do you think of this place? Who? Me? Oh, I've been here before. Quite a few times. I don't know why I put never in there. It's the most popular candy store on the boardwalk. My family and I would always stop by right before our long drive home. After a long day of swimming, walking, and fun in the sun, a maximum sugar overdose was the perfect way to end the day. They'd give me a fistful of dollars and cut me loose in here.
Whoa!
Whoa, they let you just do whatever you wanted? Dang, I wish I had your parents. Cute. I can just see a young cashier running around, stuffing candy into her face. Not gonna lie, I was a cute kid. Not so cute when overdosing on sweets, though. Both Naomi and Teo laugh heartily. I mean, they didn't exactly give me a Fort Knox to blow on snacks, but it was a nice little reward at the end of the day. As I am a creature of habit, I'd always get saltwater taffy. Year after year, it was just the best feeling, munching on taffy while watching the waves crash into the sand. Naomi suddenly gasps, interrupting my recollection. What is it, Naomi? They have competio. I'm still confused. Is that a good thing? It's the best thing. They're these little traditional Japanese sugar candies that look like stars and are my absolute favorite. Every time my mother would go to visit family in Japan, she'd bring me back some. But it's been years since I last had some. She squeals excitedly and runs over to a little stand that has a cute assortment of pastel sugar stars. We follow suit and make our way next to Naomi. Teo picks up a bag and brings it closer to his face, examining. Okay, these are quite possibly the cutest candies I have ever seen.
Sweet.
And they are so sweet. Ah, Naomi, nothing is sweeter than you. And that's a fact. Okay, Teo, you want to back the fuck up? Okay? I am trying to decide who I want to romance, and you are not helping, sir. That's not entirely true. I have to agree with Teo. No one has brought me more impromptu lunches at work than you do. That doesn't make sense. Thank you, but these candies are still the sweetest. You should both taste. What? You both should taste these, by the way. I know you'll just love them as much as you'll love them just as much as I do. I fumbled that sentence real bad. Teo and I agree with the nod of our heads, and Naomi turns around happily with an armful of candy and treats. Like a dragon with her hoard, she heads toward the register when a kid runs smack into her. In a colorful explosion, candy spills everywhere, and Naomi falls over backward. I instinctively go to help Naomi up, but out of the corner of my eye I see the kid bumped into her, swiping her candies off the floor and pocketing them. Hey! A classic move it's a classic move. We see it all the time with tickets and tokens at the Funplex. And like the arcade, this is no different. It's so overused, Teo even sees it. He elbows me and points it out to my attention. But this is not my store, not my job. Do I step in or let it slide? Even though the kid is swiping sour gummies, cleaning up this mess is going to be more of a help than snitching. I'm sure the cashier is on it anyway. This isn't their first time a child has tried to steal candy, nor will it be the last. I go around to pick up as much candy as I could find and start putting it back where it belongs, like a reverse egg hunt, and much more fun than trying to find stray tokens on the Funplex carpet. Meanwhile, before he can abscond with the stolen sweets, the cashier approaches the kids and asks him to turn his pockets. The kid looks like they went to say something in return, but there's no way to hide it. The kid reluctantly does so. It appears the kid wasn't just picking up stuff from the spill, those pockets were quite full. With more tact than I could possibly muster, the cashier kindly tells them to exit the sandy bar, and the kid complies. The cashier and I exchange knowing glances. We are one and the same. Well, after that excitement, I'm ready to relax on the beach and eat some of this candy. Me too. Me 3. But I can't leave quite yet. There's still one more thing I must do. I need to get some saltwater taffy. It's a Seabird family boardwalk tradition, after all. Oh yeah, we can't break tradition. Although, if we do, I wouldn't mind starting a new Funplex beach tradition with you. Teo, please. This is one important, delicious decision Kesha has to make. And the only correct answer would be for her to choose the cotton candy ones. Cotton candy flavored taffy? Really? I wouldn't joke about something as serious as this. But it's like sickeningly sweet. I can't handle it, and I can handle a truckload of sweet. Well, what would you choose then? Buttered popcorn, obviously. I like the salty with my sweet. What the fuck is wrong with you, Teo? Oh, cotton candy's really gross. Get some buttered popcorn. Ugh. But that's like scarlage. I'm much more of a purist. Oh, sacrilege. I would not have guessed that sacrilege would have been spelled like that. Okay. I'm much more of a purist. Getting into a fight over taffy flavors isn't necessary. Both taste great, but I already know what I'm going home with. What's that, Kesha? Cotton candy. The sweeter the better, and cotton candy is on top of that list. I agree with Naomi. Cotton candy is my favorite too. Hooray! Heathens, both of you. But of course that just means more buttered popcorn taffy for me. I think that about covers it. Shall we blow this popsicle stand? Ooh, they have popsicles too? Once again, Naomi's got her arms filled to the brim with candy, and she nods enthusiastically. Teo's picked out some of his favorites too. We each take turns in line before we know it, we're happily carrying our stash with us onto the boardwalk. Oh, I almost forgot. She stops abruptly, digs through her bag for a moment. She pulls out the Competio? Yes, I've been wanting one since you pointed them out. Naomi opens the bag, and both Teo and I pick one out. Popping the sugar star in our mouths, both of us smile wide, enjoying its sugary goodness. Oh, that is so yummy! For real, Naomi. It's my new favorite candy. It's very good. Maybe next time I'm at the Sandy Bar, I'll get some of these instead of taffy. Next time I'm here, because with the Funplex riding high in the world, I bet we could afford it next time, and another, and another. Thank you for introducing me to a whole new world of flavor, Naomi. Anytime, Teo. Maybe if I can change your mind on candy, I can convince you to get a little lighter on Showtime stage. It's a delicate cabinet there, Captain Muscles. But then I wouldn't get to see you as much on the Funplex floor. Very true. Got my candy haul, so my work here is done. I got places to be. And I want to spend some time taking in the sea breeze.
Catch you later.
I need to clear my senses of sugar too. We'll catch up with you later, Kesha. Once again, I open my bag of saltwater taffy, pick one out, and eat it. I let the taste fully consume me. Now this is the perfect vacation. Who to hang out with? Sitting on some benches just outside a fried donut stand, Percy and Queen Bee are sharing a funnel cake dusted with white sugar. Seriously? You've never had this stuff before? Not much carny chow in England, I'm afraid. This is my first time visiting a beach in the colonies. Wait, you can eat this, right? I mean, it's basically fried grease and sugar. Your heart won't explode? It's not an issue of artery congestion. Lord knows I eat plenty of instant ramen and fast food. One little sugary treat won't be the tipping point. Oh, hey, Kesha, join us. We can, no way we can eat this huge thing by ourselves. I settle in to pick a delicious fried dough, just like I used to have back when we came here regularly. So Percy and I were talking shop, and even if you aren't a pro gamer, maybe you've got some valuable input, you know? You see, our Moopyaholic here doesn't believe in being a full-time professional gamer.
Don't think so.
It's not that I don't believe in it, I just don't see it as a stable occupation for a young person to undertake. If you're entirely reliant on the wavering loyalty of corporate sponsors and streaming subscribers alongside any prize money you may or may not be winning, well, I suppose I'm just too risk-adverse to walk that path. I prefer a sound investment. Whereas I love risk. No risk, no reward. At any moment, it could all come crashing down and I just end up living in my parents' basement again. But I love to fight for my future. Just like Kesha. She was an unemployed bum before finding the Funplex. So, nowhere to go but up. Hey now, you're an all-star. Not like I was living under a bridge. I wasn't exactly calling a cardboard box home and selling matches to passing strangers to survive the cold, cold winter. I was between jobs, sure, but I could have taken other opportunities, including one at Juniper's office, that's for that matter. And you didn't. You chose the Funplex. Or maybe the Funplex chose you, but look, that's not my point. I'm not saying my path's for everyone. Abandoning the safer road in favor of the wild ride, it takes a certain mindset to make that work. But I promise you that those of us willing to make that leap are having a more rewarding life as a result. Satisfying, not rewarding. Being a school teacher is satisfying, but sadly society does not reward its due. Many satisfying paths in life are also fraught with disaster due to this. It's survivorship bias. People see rock stars and football heroes and think they can make it big too. But those success stories are a percent of a percent, and what happens later in life to the sports hero who abandoned all other plans. What skills do you have to fall back on when your window closes? Football commentator, you could be on the myriad of sports talk shows. You can make your own shit because people for some reason think Pat McAfee is interesting. Play more football. Join the XFL. That's a sound investment. When you've succeeded so far, Queen Bee, but remember not too long ago when you were terrified of being drummed out of your team and tossed on the street. I wouldn't say terrified, more like a mild reluctance at best. Couldn't you pursue dominance in a game of your choice without making it your entire existence? I don't really play Moopy all day, I trade stock in my off hours. Why not consider a day job, with your gameplay occupying the remaining hours? Because then you don't have any free time. Percy, you're kind of old here.
Nope. No way.
Nope. No how. No way, no how. Fist of Discomfort takes absolute dedication. I can't be at the top of my game, at the top of the game, if I'm flipping burgers or filing paperwork. Percy, competitive level play requires intense training. You can't get around time investment, but you can make it pay double. That's where streaming comes in. Whenever I'm training, I'm streaming. Subs and donations make me money while my skills go up, up, up. It's win-win. I suppose I can see the need for time investment, yes, but it's not like streaming revenues are stable either. Perhaps Kesha can settle this question? What do you think? Is it better to wholly devote your life to a risky proposition in search of happiness, or to hedge your bets and find balance? Queen Bee's right. No risk, no reward. I think Queen Bee's right. If you really want to devote yourself to something, no matter the risk, you have to go all in. Right. Percy, you're still young, you know? You've got time to do something risky and wild. Make it happen. Plus, isn't Percy like a fucking bajillionaire? If I had time, I suppose. You can make time by not trading day stock. Doofus. Oh man, sorry, Pear. I did mean to imply. No, it's quite alright, both of you. I see where you're coming from. In your situation, taking chances for a brighter future, I suppose. I suppose you're braver than I, and that's admirable. Exactly. Go for the gold. With the 4 heavenly kings behind me and the funplex keeping me going, I'm headed for the top. Risky? Yeah. But this is what I want. I chose this. And we'll be right here every step of the way. With a neglected funnel cake cooling off, the 3 of us focus on putting away our sugary rewards after that. I've eaten so much sugar today. We're each walking different paths, but I can't say any of us are willing to settle for anything less than our dreams in the long run. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh, by the way, that's Yoshi's Pizza up there. I didn't even... Stinks Fry Dogs. The rest of the afternoon passes in a blur. Soon the sun goes down, and Flotsam Beach is a calmer place, a more chill vibe, as the day's manic energy is long since spent. It's also clear that the group will be breaking up soon. They've already changed back into their regular clothes, done with the beach as a whole. Some are talking about checking out the nightlife scene around here. Some just want to relax in their hotel rooms, and some are simply heading back to the city, leaving me alone for a moment with my thoughts. It's been a wonderful day, definitely. There's only one thing that can prove it. It could improve it. A risk, a daydream. Maybe one worth taking. I happen to know a few things about dreams lately. Beep beep, Kesha. Hang on. Go ahead and save here. Yeah, I know. You want me to ask someone on a date. Only if you want to. I know I was kind of pushy earlier, I'm sorry, but if you want this, now is the moment. Everything in my calculations says it's a perfect time. I've got a lot going for me. Maybe something's still missing. Maybe something more that I need from life than the warmth of friendship alone. More importantly, maybe one of them feels the same way. Maybe they feel the same yearning. Romance, love. I'm no stranger to these things, but those were fumbling first attempts in youth. I could fumble again. Am I ready for this? Still considering. Well, alright. How about I run the data while you're thinking? Let's see. Okay. After my analysis, here's where you stand with everybody and how your personality is shaping up. But now that I've had weeks to understand you better, I think I can adjust the values based on what I know each of them likes in a partner. Naomi has a kind heart, so do you. That's a plus. Gavin may be blunt, but he aspires to be kind, and you're already kindly. Queen Bee's got a wicked sense of humor, and your quirky nature matches it. Percy carries himself with good cheer and a kind heart, and he's a terrific match for your own quirky and kindly heart. Teo lives to have fun. I'm sure both of you quirky funsters would get along. And that's everybody. In my final analysis, I think you're the best possible match for, Ashley, Naomi, and Queen Bee. Hell yeah. The goddamn triple threat. Okay? All 3 of these would make a fine companion for you, Kesha. Ashley, Naomi, and Queen Bee all get along well with you and match your personality. So, Ashley, Naomi, Queen Bee.
My sources say yes.
Yes, I calculate you'll have the best probability of success with them. Numbers. All numbers. High score. This feels weird and mechanical. I'm not sure I like it. What if they're not into people like me? It's weird, but you know what? My life is weird. It's surfing a deep dive of weird and all the way to the shores of weirdness. Okay, so hook me up with someone whose numbers match my numbers. I'm ready to go. Great, but I want to make sure you understand what's really going on here.
I'm software, right? I have to see the world through numbers. I see your relationships as numbers. I see your vocal tones as numbers. And I score it all. But the math is less important than the meaning. I see a number. But that number represents your free will and your heart. You chose to spend time with them. You shared good times with smiles and laughter, and sometimes even tears. This isn't like a dating website. You aren't asking a total stranger out just because the numbers match. You need to switch the causal relationship around.
I need to ask for a causal relationship.
Causal. As in the cause of. You aren't spending time with them because of the numbers. The numbers exist because you wanted to spend time with them. You've been building these relationships for months. Now, you can take one to the next level. The numbers can be your guide if you let them. But follow your heart. Above all else, follow your heart.
Oh, but my heart doesn't know. Iris, it doesn't know.
Right. So let's not limit ourselves here. Of all those who are special to you, which one do you want to share your heart with?
It's a big decision. But she's right. She's been watching me, listening to me, understanding me. But in the end, it's my choice, and their choice to accept my love or not. But which one do I love? Which one should I approach? Oh, I can't even pick my roommate. Ashley. Her love of life and enthusiasm always managed to lift me up to a whole nother level. Can't imagine not being with her at this point. It's always been Ashley. Okay, I believe in you, Kesha, and I'll be cheering you on from here. As Iris shuts herself off, the reality of it all strikes me. I'm doing this. I'm actually doing this. It's scary, but with any luck, my heart aches. My heart aches while my entire insides contract in a storm of excitement, nerves, and elation as I begin thinking of how the night will progress. And maybe we'll have a romantic dinner of surf and turf, watch the sun set in each other's arms, and finally stroll under an enchanting moonlit beach and kiss beneath the stars. I chuckle under my breath, realizing Ashley's wild imagination has already rubbed off on me, and I would like her to rub off on me. But enough fantasies. I should really stop procrastinating and go back to ask her before it's too late. Where's her? Ashley, Naomi, and Queen Bee. They're all there. The three loves of my life. Ashley, Naomi, and Queen Bee are all chatting amongst themselves, smiles, and laughs aplenty. Now I have to interrupt the sacred ladies' circle. I'd be lying to myself if I didn't say I'm a little heartbroken I wasn't invited. But how should I even begin to approach? I can feel the pressure weighing on me as I formulate a way to ask Ashley out on a date. I could always just go in carelessly, or would it be better if I pulled Ashley aside for a little intimacy? Can't understand why I feel so apprehensive. These are all my friends. I've known them for months now. I see them every day. But what I'm about to do is personal, and what I'm about to do is a personal and special thing, and others' presence is not necessary. Just thinking of asking Ashley when she's alone is stressful enough, but adding two more to the mix, no thank you. So, I called her. Hey, Ashley. She turns over to face me.
Oh, hi!
Hey, can I talk to you? Sure. She just stands there, not moving toward me, smiling innocently the whole time. Can we, like, privately? Just kind of over there? Oh? Oh! Of course. Ashley steps away from the group and heads in my direction. Queen Bee and Naomi exchange side glances and grins. You bring her back happier than she is now, you hear? And Naomi, and don't stay out too late. Ashley turns around to face them. You two be quiet. I don't need any comments from the peanut gallery. Thank you very much. And then, back to me. Don't you worry about them. They just enjoy teasing poor, helpless me. And I think Ashley said that last part a little too loud on purpose so her friends could hear. So, what's up? Ashley looks down nervously as she puts her hands in her jean jacket pocket. Where's the heart thing? Ashley designed the heart thing. Is it the... There's a star. With the little Pac-Man logo? She puts her hands in her jean pocket. It looks like she's fiddling with something, and I wonder what that could be. Well, I wanted to ask you something. But before I can say the words, Ashley snatches them from my mouth.
What about?
How do you feel about bingo? What? You know, the game of extreme chance and the tiny colorful numbered balls, the bingo cards and the neon daubers. Please tell me you played bingo. I was taken aback by how quickly she changed the topic. I don't know how or what to make of it. I have, but what does that have to do with anything?
Yes!
Oh, we should go. Now? Now? Yeah. Apparently there's a Moses Lodge. What? There is a Moose's Lodge in Flotsam, and where there's a Moose's Lodge, there's always a bingo night. Mooses, mice, mice? What's the plural form here? Anyway, I might have looked at their schedule already and saw it was going down tonight. So will you bingo with me? I groan with extra emphasis to show my displeasure of the pun, but at the same time, it puts a smile on my face. I'll take that as a yes. We're going to have so much fun tonight. I'm glad we're getting to spend some time together. Yeah, me too. Okay. At least Ashley wants to spend time with me tonight, I guess. I mean, this is what she wanted, even if it's not exactly how I imagined it going. Sort of like an informal date, no, but this just, right now, is enough to make me happy. And who knows how the rest of the evening will play out. For now, I'm going to focus on having fun with the person I care about. Yeah, Kesha, don't be like me and assume that just because you go to a movie together, it's a date, because then she will stop talking to you. Alright, it doesn't take long before we find ourselves outside the makeshift bingo parlor. The Moose's Lodge, like most of them, is a historical brick building, probably dating back to the early 18... Most small coastal cities have a hall like this that serves several purposes, ranging from chili cook-offs, community meetings, and apparently bingo nights. It's all right there on the event calendar. Before we walk through the doors, Ashley pulls me aside. Watch out for the old ladies. I practically choke on my own laughter. I think I can manage walking a few old ladies across the street if need be. Oh, no. They will take you down. They are ruthless baddies that don't take kindly to us young people. We are immature hooligans and they're cataracted eyes. We are stepping on their turf and they will hate us for it. I wasn't planning on having puncture wounds via knitting needles or bruises from a walker run onto my shins. Should we have brought Francine? Sounds like she would fit in with this crowd. She would give us a very good in. We could have her pose as our high roller, bingo-loving grandmother, and we wouldn't get harassed. But honestly, I'm rather fond of the idea of just us. Playing bingo. Taking out all the old people who get in our way. And winning big. Tonight, it will be just us then. And we can invite Francine next time. I don't want to invite Francine next time. She killed her husband with sex, okay? I don't want to deal with that. Deal. Together, we push the doors open and instantly our senses are assaulted. The smell of ancient, powdery floral perfume blended with mothballs stings our nostrils. Our eyes blink as we get used to the obnoxiously fluorescent light, and there is a sea of shawls, jeweled brooches, and spectacles with beaded chains as far as the eye can see. We are immediately met with the harsh glares from everyone in the room. We are, all of which are a combined median age of 76. I hear them scorn us under their breath, and watch them shake their heads incredulously at the sight of us. Incredulously. We won't be making friends here. The audacity of the young folk is downright ridiculous. Ashley puts her best old lady impression and I play it right back. It is atrocious, really. The hall itself wasn't too fancy. The hall itself wasn't too fancy, and held everything one needed for a bingo night. Tables and chairs, a bingo cage, and an army of daubers. Ashley and I made our way up to the main desk and got in line, waiting to purchase our necessary bingo supplies. While paying the buy-in was free to contribute to the prize pool, Ashley instructed me in the mysterious ways of bingo. While paying the buy-in. Oh, buy-in fee. I put an R in there. While paying the buy-in fee to contribute to the prize pool. There we go. Ashley instructed me in the mysterious ways of bingo. I remember Juniper and I played a few times as kids, but it was never for money or competitive. Okay. First up are the bingo play cards. You can either get them in a single set of 3 or a pack of 9. Good God. I'm going all out with a 9 pack. Knowing me, I'll only be able to pay attention to half of them, but the odds of winning are greater. And I sure do love winning. How much do you think you can handle, Kasha? 1. A 9 pack for you. Yeah, a 9 pack. I can do a 9 pack. Lady Luck is on my side, and I've got fast fingers from counting tickets all day long at the Funplex. I want to win, and like Ashley said, this has the best odds. Hook me up with a 9 pack, my body is ready. Daring, I like it. I just hope you can keep up with me. Now I need you to mentally prepare yourself for this next part. It'll be the most difficult choice you'll ever make. I'm worried. Should I be worried? I missed the whole life or death aspect in previous bingo games with Juniper. Have I been doing it wrong this whole time? If I choose wrong, will they throw us in a pit of bingo balls and we suffocate due to the choking hazards? Relax, Kasha. I just need you to choose your dauber color.
Nope.
But you can't choose blue. That one is mine. Ashley snatches up a blue dauber from the lineup and cradles it protectively in her arms. The colors themselves are all obnoxiously bright neon, which reminds me of all the lights in the Funplex. And since radioactive blue has already been spoken for, I'll choose green, the color of harmony and life. I will bring about the bingo revival that will shake this very ground. These old ladies will have nowhere to run. The color will surely lead me to big money with a capital B and a capital N. That's the bingo spirit. After getting our supplies, we find a place to sit down. Unfortunately, the only space for us is right in the middle of the room, surrounded by a swarm of old ladies. Like a walk of shame, I could feel all eyes on us as we get settled in. Curses of whippersnappers and impudent children are flung our way. Unaffected by the abuse, we put our daubers at the ready and our bingo cards in front of us. Be ready when they start calling the numbers. They're awfully quick. I nod to Ashley. I mean, how hard could it be? One of the people from the front desk takes their position at the ball cage and begins churning it. Hold on to your butts. Here we go. With a quickness I've never experienced, the caller begins shouting out numbers. B6, G52, 076, 074, N36, I21. The numbers hit me fast like punches to the gut. I desperately try to keep up, making messy green blobs on the paper. I can feel myself slipping behind the rest. Wait, they say G50 or G60? Maybe G50, that's what I put down. About the only number I was 100% sure I got was the free space. Glancing over to the old biddies, they brandish their daubers like katanas, and much like an errant ronin whose dishonor leaves them unafraid of death, their strikes were swift and true. Years of playing bingo meant that they had honed their skills to a mastery. It's merely muscle memory at this point. I can't keep up, it's too much. Ashley was frantically trying to daub 9 cards at once, her finger tracing down the column of the letter it's called. I was having a tough time myself, but the challenge mixed with the confusion of everything left us both in smiles and laughter. I'm just gonna daub a smiley face on this next one. There's no point, I'm too far gone. Even though we weren't winning, we were having a blast. Our giggling and boisterous joy wasn't well received by our neighbors, however. And even though they would never disgrace themselves by yelling at us, their rolling eyes and frowns were scolding enough to know their true feelings. After matches ending in failure and blotches of green ending everywhere but the bingo card, we get down to the last game of the night. A blackout match. A blackout pattern means all numbers must have to get called to win. We got to cover that card in ink. This is our last chance for winning, yeah? You know it, and I'm not giving up. One of us has to win, or all this frustration will be for naught. It won't be for naught. I'm having a really great time with you, Ashley. Oh, Kesha, The caller starts again, numbers are even faster now, and my focus is at its peak. As each new number gets called, my stress meter goes up a little more. It isn't long before I notice that both my and Ashley's cards are filling up fast. At this rate, we may even have a chance of winning the prize money. Oh man, I only need one more number. I look at my own card to compare. Me too, only one left. One of us might actually pull this off. The next number is called N31. And the next thing I hear is bingo! I look right next to me and Ashley is standing up in triumph. She's jumping up and down, punching the air in victory. She continues to shout bingo over and over. She'll be shouting that again later. She holds the winning card tightly and walks up to the front desk. The caller takes a minute to verify her card, double-checking the bingo balls, and everything checks out. Big pile of cash is handed over to Ashley, a big pile of cash is handed over to Ashley. The money from the prize pot. Fanning herself and making make it rain motions, she walks triumphantly back to me. I did it! Congrats! Now that you are super rich, what do you plan on doing with all those winnings? I'm glad you asked, Kesha, because now I can finally afford a cruise around the world. Only if I can tag along too. I'll make sure there is enough space in my suitcase for you. But really, I'll use this sweet cash money to take us out to dinner. Don't worry about it, Ashley. Dinner's on me. You don't have to do that, Kesha. I know, but I want to. Ashley, you're special to me, and I want to treat you to something nice. If you're sure, I'm sure. Well, if that's the case, we're going to Flavorville? Oh, Guy Fieri's Flavorville. Flavorville Buffet. It's my favorite restaurant, and they just opened one here. Any food sounds like good food at this point. I'm famished. Good, because you only go to Flavorville. What? Because once you go to Flavorville, you'll never want to go to another restaurant again. I highly doubt that, but I'm willing to give it a try. Alright. We say adieu to the Moose's Lounge and make our way to Flavorville. We all know it's Flavortown. Everybody knows it's Flavortown. I guess I'm not surprised that Flavorville Buffet is packed at this time of night. It's one of the only restaurants still open in Flotsam. Welcome to Flavorville. Population us. Well, us and everyone else. All sorts of people are eating, from the punk teenagers trying to stay out late to avoid responsibilities, to the well-aged biker gang, to the couples having a relaxing dinner out. Wouldn't be my first choice for a date, nor my third, but it was Ashley's choice, and whatever makes her happy makes me happy. Again, Ashley has not established that we are on a date, so we are quickly heading towards Sean's terrible King Kong experience. As we are led to our table, we pass by aisles of buffet tables, filled to the brim with every food imaginable. Ashley's eyes go wide with excitement. Once at our table, we take a moment to order drinks before Ashley jumps up, ready to devour everything in sight. Look at all the food! I'm gonna eat it all! Oh, what do I start with? Tacos, waffles, ice cream, fried ice cream waffles made in tacos? Or made into tacos? Kesha, there are too many choices. I say go with your favorites first. Dessert it is. Ashley points in the direction of the smorgasbord of sweets. To the dessert bar. We each grab a plastic tray and proceed to shuffle down the food queue with the rest of the people. Both Ashley and I fill up our trays with a plethora of treats, brownies, cakes, cookies, and ice cream sundae made to our own perfections. Quickly, we return to the table with a mountain of goodies to dig in. Oh man, we made up like bandits. Look at this sugary goodness. We share bites from everything, tasting it all of it is delicious. Maybe it's due to working up a huge appetite from that intense bingo, but I wouldn't expect such flavor from a local beach buffet. I guess that's why they call it Flavorville. It's a ville full of flavor, and it ain't fucking around about that. We talk of the day's events and smile happily in each other's company. Every time Ashley and I get together, it's like this. Endless fun. Being with her brings me such joy. Eventually, our momentum slows and we have half-eaten desserts strewn across the table. I feel a distinct sense of pride at eating nothing even vaguely resembling actual nutrition. I'm so stuffed. I don't even think I could eat another bite. Ashley digs her fork deep into a partially eaten brownie as she relaxes back into her chair. I see her attitude shift. Huh? While we were gambling and fending off old ladies, Ashley was nothing but laughter and happiness. But now, as I watch her smile leaves, replaced by a wistful frown while she looks sullenly down at the brownie. I wonder what's changed from just a little bit ago. I wonder I could do something to cheer her up, maybe. Ashley, I want you to know that I'm here for you if you need anything. I want you to know that I'm here if you need anything. Anything at all. I mean it. I'll listen to whatever you have to say. If you need a hug, I'll sweep you up in one. If you need me to wear a toga and feed you grapes while you lounge in Chase, well, that might take a little longer to arrange, but the thought of me wrapped up in a bed sheet spurs a small smile on Ashley's face. You're sweet, and I appreciate that. But, oh God. She doesn't love us. We love her, but she doesn't love us. Ashley's gaze leaves the mess of a brownie, and she looks directly into my eyes. Have you ever had to do something that you know will end in failure, but you know you have to do it anyway? Of course. Remember when we went to Max? Ashley nods her head. Doubt ran rampant through my thoughts the entire day. I thought for sure it was going to end with nothing accomplished. I was dead set that it would trickle down and cause the absolute ruin of Rainbow High Road. I was scared, but you were there for me that day. You were there for me that day. You helped me overcome those fears, and everything turned out peachy in the end. Put my hand on Ashley's and squeezed them assuredly. You're braver than you think, Ashley.
What?
What do you mean? In everything you do, you've always shown me courage. From dealing with brats at the Funplex, to dressing up for cosplay, to confronting the old biddies at bingo. That is bravery. You're so strong and quirky and wonderful and amazing. And I hastily cut myself off and divert eye contact. What was I thinking? What was I doing? Okay, this is turning more into when I went and saw Glory Road. Oh God. Alright, here we go. Oh, what was I doing here? I can't just go around sputtering things like that without knowing Ashley's side of everything. My face is a rush of red, and so was Ashley's at this point. And I feel like I've just ruined everything, similar to my other romantic relations. Ashley once again fidgets with something in her jacket pocket. I wonder what she's hidden away. Hey, let's get out of here. I need some fresh air to clear my head. This place is so suffocating. Ashley and I are on the same page. I know a place that's a perfect getaway. By all means, take me there. I pick up the check and once our financial responsibilities are settled, head for the beach. The nighttime beach is such a stark contrast of the day. Not a soul in sight. The beach is completely dead. It's cooled off enough to don a sweatshirt too, or at least not be covered in your beach skivvies. Everything is remarkably brilliant, thanks to being bathed in moonlight. And Ashley's moonlit profile is stunning. We stood mostly in silence, save for the "sure is nice out here" and other trivial exchanges. I could feel the awkward tension mounting as Ashley kept fumbling with the thing in her pocket, and her facial expressions kept changing. This isn't how I pictured this night would end up, both of us floundering around with nothing to say. It's about to chalk this up to another failure, another unrequited experience. Happy endings aren't for the Siebert family. I'm sorry. Huh? Sorry for what? Sorry for being me, sorry for being awkward and weird this whole evening. Why? You just what? Ashley digs her hand into her jean pocket and pulls out a sheet of paper. I just feel like everything leading up to this moment has been a mess. I wrote you this letter and I haven't been able to muster enough courage to read it to you. You wrote me a letter? Yeah. Yeah. How old school is that, right? Can I read it to you? I can read it for you. Ashley's obviously having a hard time bringing herself to read it. I could always save her that moment, or that torment. If you're comfortable with it, can I take a look at it? I stick out my hand, and Ashley places the letter in my palm. I take a second to uncrumple the wad of paper. Why is it just a crumple of paper? Why is it not folded? Dear, before I get any further, Ashley steals it back. Seeing you dive right in gave me a change of heart. This is something I have to do. I can do this. Dearest Kesha, I can hear the shakiness in her voice. My heart leaps at the thought of how maybe this will turn out alright. Oh God. But how many conversations end well when the threat of "we should talk" looms overhead? I steadied my heart and activated my defense barrier, ready for the onslaught. Defense barrier. Snatch it out of her hand and throw it in the ocean.
Right off the bat, I want to make one thing clear. You are the most amazing person I have ever met. I have never known anyone as unabashedly wonderful, funny, and kind-hearted as you. Just knowing you has changed my life so significantly that words cannot even begin to explain how much you mean to me. You bring me so much happiness, and I adore spending every minute with you, even if some of it involves chasing children around the funplex. You lift me up and inspire me to be a better person. I can't help it, but every time I look at you, my heart skips a beat, and I feel warm and fuzzy. You are my everything. My favorite color, my favorite person, my favorite song.
She looks up from the paper earnestly.
Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is, I love you. Like, I love you a lot.
I'm completely taken aback. All I can do is listen while she continues to read aloud. But I know I'm not normal. Not that I know what normal is anyway. I mean, who really does, right? It's taken me a lot of introspection and looking at my entire life to bring me to this point. And you are so very important to me, and that's why I'm sharing this with you. I trust you. As you know, I've been struggling with my identity. This is something that I've been dealing with for as long as I can remember. None of that has changed, and honestly, I still don't know. I still don't know either way. I just know I don't see myself as 100% woman, nor 100% man. Some days I feel like a lady, being fierce and feminine. Other days I feel like a boy, laid back and carefree. Not to say that those are the only distinctions. Sometimes I feel like an effeminate boy too. It's not as simple as man or woman, male or female. And maybe I'll never have the proper explanation or words that define me, but that's okay. I've realized that I am me, and I don't want to change that. I just want to continue to be who I've been. I am Ashley Wolf, and I want to continue to grow and learn more about myself. And I'd really love for you to be by my side and go on this journey with me. Ashley folds up the letter and slides it back in her pocket. So, now that I've gone and completely opened my heart to you, that's it. That's me. Thank you for listening. I could just kiss you. I'm so touched by Ashley's words. I just want to wrap her up in my arms and share my love. Right now, I could totally kiss the heck out of you. That is if that's okay with you, I mean. Duh, I've been waiting for you. I've only been wanting to kiss you since, I don't know, forever. Ashley smirks and leans in close. My heart pounds as she leans in and kisses me gently. I wrap my arms around her waist and reciprocate the tender moment. I kiss back passionately. All of my built-up emotions and kinetic tension release as we embrace. Her lips are soft and warm, and I smile as we continue kissing. Ashley pulls back from me and gently holds her hand up to my face. She smiles lovingly.
Before we get in too deep, I just want to make sure you're okay with this. Can you accept me for me?
Of course I accept you. I love you, Ashley. Ashley hugs me tightly and gives me another peck. I love you so much. You mean so much to me, too. I could never say it as eloquently as you, but my feelings are there.
You're so very special to me.
As you are to me. We spent the rest of the night among the moon and the stars, chatting and enjoying each other's company, and of course exchanging kisses and tender moments. When I first thought of how this was going to go down, I would have never imagined it ending like this. Huh. I guess I did get my happy ending. I hope she got her happy ending too. Hey-up! That's how Ashley and I found each other. I'd called our lunchtime party at the high water mark. One perfect moment in time, but I was wrong. This was it. And in the difficult weeks ahead, I'll cling to that high water mark in hopes that the wave would roll my way again. Level 5 complete. So far, you've scored 20,000 points. You're winning friends and influencing people. Oh, and pizza time. Oh, and pizza fact time. 3 of the top 10 weeks of pizza consumption occur in January. More pizza is consumed during the big game week than any other week of the year. I'm really glad that I signed up for the pizza facts. Did you want to save your game before proceeding to level 6? Save the game. There we go. Alright. And that does it. Also, where's my achievement for romance on Ashley? Gimme achievement. Gimme. Alright. That is Arcade Spirits levels, was it 4 and 5? So we have 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, we have 3 left. And that was just over 3 hours. That first one was really short, and the second one was a little longer. So, there you go. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Yeah, we'll knock through some more of this on Saturday on stream as part of the 3-piece thing that I'm going to do on Saturday. So stop by if you want to see more of that. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you later, YouTube. I always forget to outro the YouTube videos, and then I'm like, oh wait, this isn't going to be relevant because by the time this goes on YouTube, it's long gone. So tune in next week for the further adventures of this, YouTube.